Something like this. Hit it.
The Roger Report live morning show, weekdays at 9 a.m.
Say y'all, I was on Roger's panel a few times and I couldn't take it. The heat. I got out the kitchen. It was hot. I was sweating. I had to get out.
He's Roger, and he's right.
Check this out.
We can live or die. You choose. I have spoken to you a lot of times in hatred and anger, and you have not heard me. Well, you had better hear me today. If you won't listen to me when I make an appeal for the Negroes because you have no concern for the Negroes, listen to me when I make an appeal for America. You claim you love America. Well, we love America. But you are driving us back and you are making a Samson out of us, and we are going to pull down the pillar. And then you think we have no right to ask for something? Is it too much to ask you to grant us human dignity? Should we be put down and shot to death for this request? If so, you can aim your guns. What the hell do you think we care about dying if you're going to deny us the right to live?
Good morning, folks, and welcome to another edition of the Roger Report Live, the best show on social media. If you are new to the channel, go ahead and hit that like button because this is where you're going to find the best content on social media, and you don't have to worry about it because you're going to have me right here to make sure that happens. And if you've already been coming to the channel for a while, then go ahead and hit that like button because you already know what time it is, and you know that this is where you're going to get the best content on social media. It's not a mystery to you at this point. You've seen other people do it. You've even seen some people do it well. But what you have not seen is anyone do it quite the way I do it. So make sure you hit that like button. And everyone, yes, everyone, take a moment out to share the content, y'all. There are so many people who need to get great content like this, and it's just a small thing you can do to help the world be a better place. And isn't that what we want at the end of the day? Don't we want the world to be a better place? Of course we do. So share the content out. Share it through your social media. Share it through word of mouth, or even text someone's phone, but do what you got to do to help spread the word. All right, y'all, we are back with another interesting episode, and I'm going to say shout out to each and every one of y'all because I know some people miss me because I had to take Thursday and Friday off, so I know somebody missed me. Somebody missed me, okay? You ain't going to tell me otherwise. Somebody missed me. And you know what? I appreciate the fact that I was missed. Sorry I had to make you wait, but we back to do another interesting episode today. And before we get too involved in it, I want to say shout out to all the people who give me views on a regular basis that make up the fam around here. Appreciate each and every one of y'all. Also, shout out to the people who leave comments after the stream. You know, y'all help grow the channel. You're helping with the algorithm. This is all good stuff at the end of the day, and I appreciate it big time. Shout out to the people who hype me up every chance they get. And I'm just saying, man, you got to keep at least one hype per week for your boy. Okay. You know, look out for a brother. Okay. Help a brother out. Okay. I'll give you the best content social media can give you. You might as well hook up a brother. You might as well hook up a brother. Okay. Real talk. Real talk. Okay. Now, also, shout out to everybody who go above and beyond the Call of Duty. I'll throw a little something on the pot over here at the Roger Report Live because I appreciate each and every one of y'all who do so. And you know what? Shout out to the sponsor of today's stream, which is always one of the people who threw something on the pot. If you ain't figured it out, y'all, that's how you become sponsor of a stream. You throw something on the pot, okay? And I appreciate the people who do so. But today, I want to give a special shout out to the one, wait a minute. You know what? I got to say that I actually even put it up because I don't even think I did, y'all. I got to, no disrespect intent. I'm going to get that taken care of right away. But shout out to my main man, No Placeholder. He is the sponsor of today's stream. Let me get his name in there because I didn't do that. My apologies, brother. My apologies. But he's been a great supporter for a long period of time and definitely appreciate him big time. You know, he been definitely rocking with me. So shout out to No Placeholder. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you, brother. Okay. And that's real talk. And I'm going to give a couple shout outs to some of the first people to check in this morning because when you start a show, it's always great to see that you got some people there to support you. Okay. And that's real talk. And you know what? They don't have to chime in, but they do. But y'all know how it goes. You got to make sure you at first at some point. It's be multiple times that you really should be first. And we like to call that position here Highlander of the day stream. So shout out to the Highlander of today's stream. Okay. My main man, Inspired Truth Broadcast, has done it again. He is the Highlander of today's stream. Good to have you, brother. Good to have you. Rock on, brother. Rock on. Appreciate you for being here. Also, shout out to Listen, checking in with us this morning. Glad to see you, brother. Glad to see you. My main man, Afro Merchant, is also in the building. Great to have you. Great to have you. Well, Floyd Thompson is also at the cool table this morning. Yay, yay. Glad to see you in the building. Glad to see you. We got Bucket in the house. Great to have you. Jerome Payne is in the building. Good to have you. Good to have you. We got AJJ. Is that Asha Bay? I be wondering, is that you? But shout out to AJJ. Glad to have you. 1328. Glad to have you, my brother. Glad to have you. Man, and thank you. He said, "What's up, Roger? Good to see you online." Hey, man, glad to be here. Definitely glad to be here. All right, y'all. But today, we going to do something that may not go over as well, but I do believe it's absolutely necessary. It's absolutely necessary, y'all. We're going to deal with dirty macking and monkey branching, y'all. Two sides of the same coin. Yep. Now, this could be inconvenient for people, y'all. Let's keep it real. This could be a very inconvenient subject because most of us, I'm pretty sure, has engaged with it at some particular point, especially when you was a young brother growing up and if somebody pulled you aside and taught you the game, or at least taught you certain principles, that's great, but everybody don't get it right away. And a lot of folks, we do it for a while, but we got to deal with this, y'all. We got to deal with dirty macking and money branching. Two sides of the same coin. Now, this may not sound important just right off bat. And people may say, well, man, this ain't really that big a deal. But is it? Is it really not a big deal? Because I do think it's kind of a big deal. It's kind of a big deal. If we as men want things to be right, we got to create conditions where they can be right. Shout out to Inspired True Broadcast. He said, hi from the Highlands. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, brother. All right. Yeah, we got to create conditions where things make sense and things don't work out. And if we want something done, it's better to cultivate an environment that allows it to be done than to deal with an environment that makes it hard for it to be done. Okay? That's real talk. Okay? So we got to be real about something like that. Do we want to cultivate an environment where it's difficult for things that we want to, come into being? Or do we want to cultivate an environment where it's easier for things to come into being? Now, I'm not saying we're going to control other people's actions. People do what they want to do at the end of the day. That's just reality. People do what they want to do. But we can do things to support what we want, or we can do things to go against what we want. So dirty macking, okay, and monkey branching. I mean, how does that help black men? Let's think about that, y'all. How does that help black men? And this is something that we definitely gonna have to talk to some younger guys about, because when you get raised by a single mother, you ain't gonna get told that is anything wrong with any of this stuff. Truth be told, you're gonna be told that's the way to go about stuff, probably for the most part. But we got to do something about it if we want things to be different. Now, dirty macking. If you don't know what, I don't know how you wouldn't know. But if you don't know what we mean by dirty macking, that's trying to get up with some female. And she mentioned something about a man. Well, even if she don't mention it, still would be the same thing. If somehow you start trying to put her man down in order for you to gain favor with her, that's just what it is at the end of the day. You decide, I'm going to put her man down so you can gain favor with her. So you could either kick it with her, even if it's just to clap cheeks, which is what a lot of guys going to do. You are putting her man down so you can try to gain favor with her, because the ultimate goal is for you is going to be to clap cheeks, even if it's inclusive of a relationship or not. You're still trying to clap cheeks. Let's keep it real. Now, I understand why people would do this. People want what they want when they want it. It is what it is. People want what they want when they want it. Shout out to you, Tunnel Runner. Glad to see you, brother. And Music Man 1982. Glad to see y'all. All right. People want what they want. All right. And we as men, we see women and we want what we want too. And a lot of times we're going to holler at the woman. But sometimes she is going to hit us with the, I got a man. She's going to say either a husband, she's going to say a fiance or a boyfriend. But she might even just say she's talking to somebody already. But a lot of times for us as men, we don't take that as a reason to stop. And to make it even worse, we even start putting down the guy that we don't know, because we're competing with this guy for some reason that ain't never did nothing to us. So we start throwing him under the bus. He don't know you. He ain't never met you. He ain't never did anything to you. And you're going to start throwing him under the bus for literally no good reason, because the only reason you're doing it is because you're trying to clap cheeks of the chick he dealing with. Now, this is the thing. This is where we got to get serious about ourselves, y'all. If you want a better, quote unquote, black community, even a better overall black community, or if you just even want it better between men like myself that are respectable, productive, functional, and believe in black men's leadership, then we have to display that from a community standpoint. So why do we allow monkey branching? And why do we even sometimes initiate something for the woman to do the monkey branching? Now, I understand they teach us that the black woman is God. That's what they, it's plenty of people out there saying stuff like that. The black woman is God. The black woman is God. If you're dirty macking, is she not God to you? Sometimes we got to get in the proper perspective of things, y'all. If you are a man and you out here dirty macking, is the black woman not your God? See, of course we want women to act better. And I'm not saying it's wrong for men to want, sisters to act better. There's nothing wrong with you even verbalizing that you want better. But if we want women to act better, be more respectful, be able to get better results amongst black women, and y'all do know the things that I talk about, when you deal with other women, still the same stuff gonna apply. You may get some lesser versions of it, but it's gonna be the same stuff. If you want a world where you want women to quote unquote be better, how you gonna degrade? Matter of fact, let me say, People say, pissing in the pool. How you gonna piss in the pool and expect the women of the pool to come out better? Because what are you doing when you call yourself trying to dirty man? Or if you allow monkey branching to happen. See, this is the thing, y'all. Is monkey branching bad when you the person getting the woman? Or is monkey branching bad when you the person losing the woman? Which one makes monkey branching bad? And I see somebody backstage. I'm gonna bring you up in a minute, but I'm gonna get my rocks off real quick, a little bit. Okay. But this is the thing, y'all. Is monkey branching bad when you're getting the woman, or is monkey branching bad when you're losing the woman? See, that's a question we gotta ask ourselves as men. You can't say monkey branching is good when you're the person getting the woman, and also say monkey branching is bad when you're the person losing the woman, because it's the same activity going on. It's just whoever had the chick the long time is now the person losing the woman. Now, as men, how are we helping ourselves with this? I understand it's cool to hit one time. I get it. I understand sometimes people would even, turn that into a new relationship. And I'm wondering, if I can take a woman from a man, okay? If I can take a woman from a man and be in a relationship with this woman. Now, I already started with the fact that she was with somebody else and now she was taken. I'm the guy who, quote unquote, took her. Okay, even though in real life, women do what they want to do. Okay, but I'm the man who, quote unquote, took her. Now, when we have problems of any kind, what is she supposed to do based on my approval? Well, she's supposed to talk to somebody else. I didn't wait for her to be single. No. I took her from somebody. So, whatever problem she was having in her relationship, even the relationship was going totally fine. I was cool with that, but I took her from somebody else. Now, the question is, how can I take the woman from somebody else? I don't respect the other man at all. Okay? I put the woman on the pedestal. I said, this woman is more valuable than that guy. And I get it. Some people are going to say, well, I don't even know that guy. Doesn't make a difference whether you know him or not. If you think black men are supposed to work together to have better lives, to have a better overall community, then how are you so quick to throw another black man under the bus just because you want to hit the woman he happens to be dealing with? Now, I will say this, I have gotten to a point, if a woman just simply tell me she's talking to somebody else, I just let it go. Okay, I don't even want to deal with the woman. Now, have I pressed women here and there just to see what they was going to say? Yeah, I have. I've done that in the past to see what kind of reactions they're going to have. But truth be told, if you tell me you're talking to somebody else, I already know this is a lost cause. I really can't do nothing with this woman, because anything I do with this woman is already going to be a tainted situation. And I approved this situation to be tainted. So we good when we good, but the moment we not super good, the moment there's a crack, there's any issue to be dealt with, and she reaches out to another man, I basically told her that was cool. I told her it was okay to talk to another man while she's dealing with me. And that's where the reality comes in, y'all. I told her she could talk to other men while she's dealing with me. Now, this is the thing, y'all. If you tell the woman she can talk to other men while she's dealing with you, and she deals with another man while she starts talking to another man while she's dealing with you, who fault is that? Now, yes, she controls her own behavior, so I'm not going to tell you to see no fault in her. But if you set a precedent that she can talk to you while she's talking to somebody else, that is something you will have to deal with on an individual basis. And how do you get mad at the woman for talking to another man while she's talking to you? That's what you did. You was talking to her while she was talking to another man. So it ain't like it's the first time this situation come up. It's just the first time it came up when you were the guy that she was dealing with for the longest. Because truth be told, the guy who dealt with her the shortest period of time is probably going to be the winner anyway. See, if you look at it like that, she gonna win no matter what. Because usually a woman's gonna talk to the other guy because whatever the other guy is, he don't have anything as far as she knows that's wrong with him. She already got to know you. She saw that you ain't perfect. She knows some of your flaws. So how can she compare your flaws to the guy who has no flaws? Because he ain't got no flaws unless they've been exposed to her. That's how women think. He ain't got no flaws. She ain't never seen him. He knew. How you gonna beat the guy that's new? Which is basically impossible to do. You're gonna beat the guy that's new. He perfect still. See, you not perfect because you didn't pick up behind yourself the other day. You not perfect because you cooked for her, but you burned the eggs. You not perfect because, she wanted to get a cat and you didn't want her to have a cat. You was allergic. Can't have no cat while you with me. You see what I'm saying? Your perfection is gone. Your perfection bingo. And she gonna compare you to a perfect man? Because until he mess up in her eyes, he perfect to her. But you the one that said dirty Macking cool. And even if you don't say nothing bad, you the one that said monkey branching is cool. If she was able to leave a man and come right into a relationship with you, she monkey branched from the other guy to you. Now, once she started swinging in them trees, and you was cool with her swinging in the trees as long as she was swinging your way, then how do you complain when she swing a different way? So now she meets somebody who she believes has a better car. She meets somebody who she believes has a better job. She meets somebody who and she believes he more out there in the streets and getting more money. She meets somebody who's better physical condition as far as she concerned. Maybe he working out a little bit more than you are. Maybe he's a little bit taller than you are. How does she register that this is a bad thing, especially with you if you did it with somebody else? I don't see how that works. So yeah, you can talk to somebody's girlfriend and you can say it don't really mean nothing. So you gonna take some woman's girlfriend and make a wife out of? Is that what you gonna do? Now, I'm not saying you can't. I'm not saying people ain't done it. But when you take some man's girlfriend, you the quote unquote taker. You take some man's girlfriend. You create this real situation with her, this real relationship with her. You propose at some point? Because I'm trying to figure this out. How do I propose to the woman that I took from another man? He couldn't trust her. He clearly couldn't trust her because I got her. Okay. you know so well, technically maybe he did trust her, but I still got her. So look what that trust did. Okay, look what that trust did. So now I'm supposed to propose to the woman and I got her from another dude. Now y'all may think I'm crazy. I just don't see how that adds up. I don't understand why I'm supposed to be in a serious relationship with some woman that I quote unquote took from another man. Because in my world, you don't take women, you take hoes. See, that's the world I come from. You cannot take a woman. You can only take a hoe. So I don't care what's going on with some woman. I don't care what quote unquote class you think she is. I don't care how much money she make. I don't care about what job she got. I don't care about none of that. The only women that can get quote unquote taken from somebody else are hoes. And even if you somebody who married somebody who was a hoe back in the day, I'm sorry, it ain't finna change. If you took her from another man, you took a hoe. Now you better pray to God that hoe don't treat you like she treated him. But you can't really convince me you don't think the black woman is God if you participate in these types of behaviors, because you are saying to the woman based on your own actions that men aren't valuable and that women are. How do you take her from somebody and she's not God? You know, people say all this stuff about the black woman is God. And they say a lot of stuff that don't make any level of sense at all. But what about the people who didn't do that? What about the people who simply treat the black woman like she God? You ain't never necessarily called her God, but you treat her like God. You literally believe your value comes from a woman, which is why you quote unquote took that woman from somebody else. And let's keep it real. A lot of guys going you believe you're a better man than the other man because some hoe approved of you. Because I know everybody ain't gonna agree to this, especially when you start digging deep. Everybody ain't gonna agree to this, but let's keep real. What actually happened? You took a hoe from another man, and you think you're a better man because you can take a hoe. See, that's the problem. If he was as good as I was, he would have been able to keep his woman. Dude, you took a hoe. You think you're a better man because you can take a hoe. It's almost like you don't know what a hoe is. Because people swear they know what hoes are. But if they take a hoe from another man, they act like she ain't no hoe all of a sudden. You can't take my woman. You can only take my hoe. My woman would break up with me before she went off with you. See, it don't make no difference what's going on with some woman. Okay, it don't make no difference what the temptation is. At the end of the day, if another man can get a woman who's supposedly committed to you, the only thing that can happen is another man can take your hoe. The thing is, you didn't recognize she was a hoe. And I understand a lot of guys, they think they know their hoes. They really think they know the hoes. But how your woman get taken? And the thing is, because we truly believe women are gods, we'll sit there and argue all day about how the man should have did this and the man should have did that. And we'll never register in our mind. She just a hoe at the end of the day. Ain't no way to fix a hoe. She got to fix herself. You can't fix no hoe. But you, because of your ego, want to feel like you better than the other man, because you got an issue with black men too, that you know, unresolved issue that you ain't noticed yourself. You been trained to hate black men too. You grew up in America. America been telling you since day one, black men is trash. You supposed to hate them, and you hate them too. You just don't want to recognize that you hate them. So you think taking another woman's man is okay because you don't have to respect another brother. And truth be told, you still accept your manhood comes from what women think. That's why you think you're a better man, because a hoe chose you. And this is something people got to get real about with themselves. We truly believe, and I'm talking about collectively, so I'm going to include myself because I'm talking about collective. We really believe we're a better man because a hoe chose us. Yeah, I was doing X, Y, and Z. Yeah, I was able to hit that. So a hoe chose you, and now you better than the guy that the hoe was already with. No, brother. See, the problem is you lacking. You talk just like women told you to think. You know, you don't even really know your daddy. You think you a man, but you don't really even know your daddy. You ain't listening to your daddy. Your daddy came through here and there, whatever time he tried to, teach a certain thing when you was around. You ain't listen to nothing your daddy said. And now you think you a man because a hoe said you won. Because a hoe gave you some pussy. Now you a man. Well, it ain't just that. I took her from this other dude. So a hoe gave you some pussy and now you a man. Let's be real about this, y'all. Okay? I know this may be touchy for some folk, but my thing is, let's be real about this, man. So a hoe had sex with you and now you a better man than some other guy? That ain't never made sense to me. But as I've told y'all time and time again, if your manhood is connected to women, you don't even understand manhood. It's that simple at the end of the day. Now, I'm not the type of person to try to take black men's manhood from them, because that's what happens in America. We're always trying to take a black man, especially a black man, manhood from him. No, you could be a different kind of man. I ain't gonna take your manhood from you. But if your manhood come from a hoe, what are you saying about yourself? Like, real talk. Do you even like yourself? But let me slow down right here, because Tunnel Runner is here. I don't want to keep him waiting too long. I'm gonna let him get the mic and do what he do. Tunnel Runner, you got the mic, my brother. How you doing?
I'm doing well, sir. Doing well. Yes, sir. These are strategies of the lower, of the people on the non-winners. These are the tactics of the losers and the people who cannot win on their own personality, on their own self-worth, on their own abilities. See, that's why, men who can, that's why a lot of women believe in doing these things, because they know they can't, they're not at the same level as a man. They know they can't beat a man, so they try to manipulate and try to do these false uh low what how you say in religion we would say the lower thoughts, or the lower level, or the world of the dark. They come with these schemes to put other people down to make themselves look better. They know they can't hold the man, so they know they're not going to do what they're supposed to do for a man, and they try to set up other uh, opportunities for themselves. These are just lower things. It's like what we call it, a snake behavior, and being treacherous, and being a low life. These things are not what upstanding people do. These are things what people do in the dark, in the shadows. And we all need to be, upright and do our things, and be who you're supposed to be, who God made you to be. Be the upright man that you're supposed to be, and don't do these things, and don't let these women bring you to the other side, the dark side. I'll land right there.
All right, shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Now, I'm gonna say, if you took a woman from somebody else, yeah, maybe you should look at yourself and say, what kind of man are you? Because see, if monkey branching is cool, now to my understanding, monkey branch is when a woman go from one man to the next man. Okay. Now maybe you was dirty macking when you got her to monkey branch your way. Maybe you wasn't dirty macking when you got her to come your way. But at the end of the day, if she monkey branched over to you, what does that mean about y'all? Because you let her do it, number one. You looked at some woman, and for whatever your reasons is, or whatever story you bought into, okay? Because she might have told you a great story. Women come up with some fantastical stories, y'all. Fantastical. I'm talking about they be fantastic, they be magical, and all kinds of stuff be going on. Because fantastical is not, quote unquote, a real word, but they be coming, at least not that I'm aware of, but they be coming fantastical. Well, see, you don't understand. I've been trying to love this man for 3 years, and he beats me Okay. I don't know who told Harpo to beat me, but he beats me. Okay. I make breakfast for him every day. He gets up angry, you know. He may eat a piece of bacon and he'll slap me with the whole plate. He'll just throw it at me. And I have to get ready all over again because he's just not happy with the way I make his eggs. He's just not happy. They'll tell us all kinds of stuff. Okay, they'll tell us all kinds of stuff. We don't look in to see if the stuff true or not. We just accept her word because we stupid. Okay, hey, stupidity is a choice. Okay, so anytime she tells us this stuff, we just go into stupid mode. Well, I believe anything she say. Why wouldn't a good woman complain about her man to me? Nigga, you don't even know her. You don't even know her. So a good woman finds you to complain about her man too, and she thinks you smart. She respects you. She gives you a chance to offer to help solve all her problems that she having with this other guy. But you really believe she thinks you are somebody to be respected. She thinks you are somebody who's better than the other guy in some kind of way. And because of ego, let's keep it real, because of ego, we want to believe these things. We want to believe we better than the other guy. Okay? Because at the end of the day, a black woman's word means more to you than anything else. So you want to believe you're better than the other guy. If she was a good woman, why would she be complaining about her man to you in the first place? You ever think about that? You ever just stop to think, why would a good woman complain to me about her man in the first place? I'm not saying there's no reason at all for this to happen, but most of the reasons ain't gonna be good. All right. Now I'm gonna slow down a little bit real quick because we got trifling hoes has now come up. So I'm gonna let him get the mic for a second to see where he go with it. But I'm just saying, y'all, ego is there. At some point, you got to be real with yourself. Why is some woman that I don't even really know complaining to me about her man? Unless it was just for her to give you opportunity to offer to help her. Now, what woman who's a good woman wants my help and she got a man? But trifling hoes, you got the phone, my brother. Let's see what you do with it.
Happy Monday, Rogers.
Happy Monday, brother.
Where you been, man? You got a visit from the three little boys?
Man, life be life, and as they say. Roger got to handle business sometime. That's all. Roger got to handle business. If I don't handle business, business is gonna handle me.
Yeah. I was afraid that you got a visit from the three little boys telling you to calm down. You're doing too much.
Not at all. Not at all. Those people are happy to support my freedom of speech.
not unless you're saying what they like. If you keep saying what they don't like, they might have to check.
They are literally there to support my employees are there to support my freedom of speech. That's what my employees are for.
All righty, no problem. So, and I know that we always say that these hoes are trifling, they are doing conniving type of ish. But us men, when they cheat when they cheat you on their husband, are we not guilty? You know that she got a boyfriend or she got a husband. You keep pushing on her. You're using all kind of subterfuge to get some box from her. You know what I mean? You're part of the problem too. Because if we need them to stop being hoes, although this is not gonna happen anytime soon, we are going to have to behave a certain way. Okay. I'm to the point where if you approach a woman and she tells you that she has a boyfriend, you should just let her go. Like, okay, I respect your boyfriend enough not to pursue you, not to use any kind of tactics to get your number, all that jazz. You got a boyfriend, that's okay. But also, if we're doing boneyard activities, and use your techniques, use your wallet, use your big hammer to get her. Hey, when she becomes your baby mama or your wife, you should be okay if somebody else is messing with her because that's how you got her. You you got a trifling hoe, and now she's doing trifling ish to you. You shouldn't have any problem with that. You should be okay when she gets home with your previous juice dripping out of her. Because at some point you were Jaquavius. You used to send her to her then boyfriend with your juice flowing out of her. You know, you should be alright. You should be okay with that. Am I right, Roger?
I mean, I hear what you're saying, but realistically, no man is going to be okay with it. But the reality is what's to be expected. If that's how you got her, then you know she cool with that stuff.
Yeah.
You know? So it's to
How
be
you get them?
expected.
How you get them is how you lose them. Ain't that right?
Well, I'm gonna say nothing happens exactly. Well, I'm not gonna say it's gonna be an exact ratio, but why expect anything different? I think that's where men lose it. Because they do expect something different. They do believe that they can, dirty Mac some chick, you know what I'm saying? Well, dirty Mac on her, you know what I'm saying, on some chick and then but another man can't dirty Mac when it come to her when it's about you, which I think is just extremely stupid. And even if dirty Macking doesn't happen, if you will allow a chick to monkey branch to you, but you don't expect her to monkey branch to somebody else that she deems better than you, it's kind of being slow. And I do think most black men don't want to think about that because we're stuck in our egos. If monkey branch is what she do, monkey branch is what she do.
Well,
so,
every man think that they got the best hammer. They got the best mouthpiece and the best hammer. She's not gonna do this to me because she loves me. She loves me.
Well, if we believe women, most of us, I believe, will think that you can sexually dominate a woman in a way that she ain't going nowhere. But see, if you actually know women, and I've said this so many times because I try to get people to understand this, even though I know it's hard to believe me, women will cheat on a man with a big dick with a guy who got a small, because they done told. Now, why would women brag to me about this? This was not bragging. This is just information they happen to give me after asking some questions until the way. I heard this more than once. Now how women who don't know each other telling me the same thing, they will go cheat with the little dick dude. You think it's all about you, you know what I'm saying? You got that mighty hammer, as you saying, and she cheating on you with a dude who ain't really packing like that.
Yep.
But he's still getting it.
Yep. And she knew he wasn't packing like that. It's not that she went to the hotel room and she found out that he didn't got he didn't got that big hammer. Nah, she knew. She knew he didn't got that big hammer. But guess what? She's still going.
And I do think it's just immature of men to think everything gonna be about, you know what I'm saying, how much you packing. It's a lot of stuff women deal with, and how you packing ain't gonna really determine what the situation is. She got a lot of things she factoring in, you know. But the thing is, she was able to monkey branch to you because you heard her sob story. Because sometimes it comes as a sob story, and we don't even think about how we be allowing women to monkey branch us. We quote unquote work with this woman, and she telling us how terrible it is at home. And you be like, "Girl, you ain't got to do that. You can come stay with me." You didn't even realize you allowed this chick to monkey branch.
Yeah,
she was with somebody. You worked with her. She gave you a sob story. You was dumb enough to buy into the sob story and say, you know what, you ain't got to worry about that. You can just come stay with me. Nigga, she monkey branched. You was the nigga. Okay.
You know what song comes to mind when you're saying this? Mario, you should let me love you. Let me love you.
Well, at least Mario was singing a song to appeal to women to sell records. I can at least give him that much credit. A lot of us, we sitting there and we getting treated as a nigga and we don't even realize
But Roger, she's a good woman. It's him the problem.
it. Yeah.
Him don't know how to treat her. I know how to treat her.
I was
I can
at
I can
home.
I can make her bust all kind of big nuts and send her flowers, all that jazz. He's not doing that. I'm Jaquavius.
Well, I mean, a lot of us, we just plain suckers. We sitting at a job. Let's keep it real, y'all. This is how a whole lot of it happened. You sitting at a job with some woman and she's telling you her man ain't all that. She telling you every flaw about her man. And you stupid enough to invite her into your home. You didn't even pick up on the fact that she complained about her man to some man that ain't even related to her, not even a real friend to her, has no real connection, but she complained. I'm not saying a woman can't complain about a man about her man to any other man in no scenario. I'm not saying that, but most scenarios is happening is not a legitimate. It's not counseling or something. It's not talking to your dad trying to figure something out. It's not talking to your brother, your cousin trying to figure out what good to move. She talking to a man, complaining about her man because she wants some sucker to make her an offer. You was the sucker who made her the offer, and you don't even get that you that she monkey branch with you. You didn't even realize that you was you know what I'm saying? You the monkey to a certain degree.
Roger, I'm better than her baby daddy. Her baby daddy ain't treating her.
No, well, you know what? Some of us,
ever since she had a baby, he's not sending her flowers anymore. I do that. I'm Jaquavius.
You know what? Sometimes, because I'm gonna say sometimes a lot of guys, when they really get caught up in the ego, they do think about that stuff. But I do want to highlight the fact that there are guys who are so slow with it. We paid no attention to it. That we was over here calling ourselves being the good man. She being mistreated as far as what she's saying. And we ain't never met the other guy, ain't seen the other guy, ain't never had one conversation with the other guy, and we just accept her word. Next thing you know, she living at your house. Now, you will say to yourself, I am a better man, going into stuff that you're saying, because now you got to justify how she hit a lick with you. See, we don't think about that as men. We don't see a woman hitting a lick and you the lick. You know, I need a place to stay this winter. You know, let me start telling dude these stories at the end of summer. By the time fall rolled around, I'm straight. Okay? And I ain't got to worry about stuff this winter. And ain't none of the stuff she's saying true. Now, sometimes she may throw some stuff that's half true. It could be 100% true. It could be 0% true. You probably going to be closer to 0. But the thing is, she's still able to swing over into your place. Because you got you a woman. Because she don't have a stable place to live. And now she got one. Because you got a stable place to live. Now see how that work out? You know? But for some reason, we want to believe we better than that other guy. Because that's what our egos got to, we got to be better than that other guy and our own egos. Now I'm going to read this real quick by Black Oodle Strikes, and then I give you the mic inspired since you just came up. Black Oodle Strikes says, recently saw what appeared to be a famous black male porn star described discovering a child he had claimed for 15 years was not his. Ooh, Black Oodle did. Okay. You know what, Black Oodle? I think Black Oodle's proving a point, y'all. I think he's proving a point because he said this is a porn star. Now, porn stars are usually going to be bigger dudes, okay? They're going to be slanging in the bedroom department. They got that hammer. That's what make them porn stars. So the fact that he thought this baby was his means the porn star who was getting it in with some particular chick, this obviously not a chick in the, I'm going to assume it's not a chick in the porn industry. Guess what? I just said, y'all, she will go cheat on you with some little dick dude. Because you think I know you think you got that mighty hammer and you putting it down and she'll never do anything against you. But if this happened to the porn star, I'm going to bet that the porn star was packing. The other guy was regular. But that's that other guy's baby. which means what? She was cheating on the porn star because the porn star think it's his baby. Yeah, I know you want to believe you got that hammer and everything gonna be all right. I've been telling y'all for years that don't mean squat. I done heard it from the women. The women told me they would cheat on you with a little dick dude. So once I heard that, I understood, everything off the table in real life. But let me give it to Inspired Truth real quick. Oh no, hold on. Black Root came with some more. He said he discovered via an attorney advising DNA testing before he made the child the sole beneficiary of his estate. If a black woman can cheat on an if a black woman can cheat on on an Avenger, if a black woman can cheat on an Avenger level Dixman, she can definitely cheat on you. Y'all hear that? An Avenger level Dixman got cheated on. So what's gonna save you? But Inspired Truth Broadcast, you got the flow, and I'm gonna say thanks for that, Black Guru. That's a great way to drive that point home. Great way to do that. Thank you, brother. Inspired, go ahead.
Wow, I don't know how I follow that. That sounds like an amazing comic book character. What an idea. Okay. So first and foremost, I hope everybody's having a magnificent Monday. Everybody in the chat, everybody in the panel, salute to you all. There's a lot going on there in terms of nature. Like you have the nature of men being used against them, the whole ego thing, competition, and then you have like a misunderstanding about the amazing capacity that women have to complain. Like no matter what, there is always a way to complain. If you don't make a lot of money, oh, he's trifling, blah, 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 blah. If you do make the money and you're working, it's like, oh, but he's never home, he never has time, blah, 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 blah. No matter what you do, there will always be some type of a way to complain. Even if you make money and you're at home, oh, he's at home all the time. Like women will complain about anything. And so taking that complaint and then saying, oh, okay, well, I could be this, I could be that, I could be the other. Oh, that guy is lacking because of blah, 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 blah. It's all just kind of like playing into your ego and into the competition game. And then when you do that whole competition thing, what you end up with is like a nice, pretty decorated box, with all the wonderful wrapping paper and the bow on top. And then you open up that wrapping paper and get that box open and you look at it and what you find there is a bill. You have a bill to pay when you open that box. So just understand what you're actually winning is a bill. And when you do that thing, okay, just be the idiot paying that bill.
You know what? I'm gonna say every woman got a pussy bill attached to it. Let somebody else pay their own pussy bill. And that stops a lot of nonsense right there. Okay. See, if a woman's telling me about her man and his problems, I'm gonna listen. Because I do listen to women that I find them to be very entertaining sometimes. But I ain't making no offers. That's the thing. I know what she's trying to do. She's trying to get somebody to make an offer. It ain't gonna be me. If you got a horrible situation going on, I think you need to work to fix your horrible situation. But throwing it out there so I can say, you know what? Let me give you something to take this off you. Let me give you a little bit of money to take this off. Let me take you on this date so you can feel better. Let me let you move into my place so you can feel. See, I ain't making them offers. But that don't mean those offers ain't being made. Because I didn't seen it. I don't work with folks or whatever. I seen a lot when I was working in. I told y'all, I don't know if I said it, but I did some telemarketing for a while. I seen a whole lot going on. When you start putting men and women in the same room while we doing stuff between phone calls, you see a lot of nonsense that go on. Okay. Women tell these great stories. And some guy, he want to be the hero. See, we as black men, we choose to be the hero in all kinds of situations. We ain't got no business trying to be no hero. She may be behind on rent. She may be going through it with her man, but why you need to rescue her from that? Let her break up with her man first, so she can appreciate. She possibly can appreciate what the next man to do for her. But you don't even want to let her break up with her man. You want to say, "No, girl, I got you." So she ain't got to appreciate what he was doing, and she ain't got to appreciate what you was doing. Cause I'm gonna make you right. See, that's all. You was just giving pussy to the wrong man. I'm gonna fix all your problems. And we think we done did something.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of things that go wrong when you try to be like a so-called like good guy or whatever. Like this, all that means is just kind of like being like an available, disposable asset or whatnot. So you need to just be something else. And then the other side, because there's another thing going on too with these type of situations is that, and that's generally that like ladies always have somebody at all times. Like it's pretty much a perpetual thing. If it's not the maintenance guy, if it's not the boyfriend, then it's like the friend zone guy that thinks he's got a shot. Like they always have somebody at some given time. Like it's not like it's more like a thing they're gonna have to just like actively choose you.
See
And
this.
Roger, I'm inspired by some truth that I'm hearing from this man. And
I see what you did right there. I see what you did.
a wise uncle of mine told me that you can't. Women are never satisfied, and he also told me a woman's work is never done. And as the longer I live, the longer I find out that so much of that is true. You got to keep a woman busy, and you can't worry about what she's going to do because she's going to go through her ups and downs, and you just got to be that rock that she can trust. Because she's gonna have her good moments, her bad moments. She's gonna go up and down. She's gonna want you to stay home. She's gonna want you to go to work. She wants you to make more money. She wants you to spend more time. You just have to do what you got to do, and you got to just let her know this is the way we're going.
Yeah, man. I mean, like us guys, we want to solve problems, but we're trying to solve pi divided by two. There ain't gonna be an answer to that.
Yeah, because they would definitely tell you, "Oh, you're working too much. I want you to stay home with me." And then you stay home with them, and you don't make the money. Then they say, "Well, we need these things." Oh, it's like, what do you want me to do? They don't have an answer. They just want what they want.
And I'm gonna say all that's true. But today, I ain't mentioned nothing about what she doing. Now, for real, I'm talking about what we do. We the one at the job with her listening to her story about the other guy. That ain't on her that we listen. It's not on her that we believe in her nonsense. Now, I done told y'all before, I don't really believe too much what women say because when I start paying attention about how they live their life, most of them lie regularly. And they lie so regularly, they don't even acknowledge between truth and lies no more. It's all the same to them. Why do I care that she's having problems with her man? If I offer her to come live with me because her man can't quote unquote get it together, I'm the problem. I'm the one saying it's okay for her to be taking another man's resources, regardless of what she's saying about him. And then I'm gonna reward your bad behavior because she's talking to a man that she shouldn't be talking with about all this stuff and say, you come stay with me. I'm rewarding her bad behavior.
And Roger, that is negative energy. She's putting in negative energy because she's having a negative thought about her man or her situation. Why are you telling me? Why are you not trying to improve it? Why are you telling me? There's no reason for you to tell me that you want me to help. But if you want me to help you, why you didn't break up with that man? If you want me, you should be telling me. You should open up your mouth and speak and not
Well,
try to play games and be underhanded and
what?
deceitful.
But check
Well,
this out. Check this out. She never even said she wanted you. She just told you about her problems. You
yeah.
offered to help her. She never said she wanted you.
Yeah, you're basically being like a friction absorber. Like so all this negative stuff, you're just kind of getting to absorb all of that negativity that she's got going on. And now she can feel nice and relieved after dumping all of that on you.
You are in fact her emotional tampon.
Yeah. Well, you want to get a woman who's going to be very positive with you. Give her. You want a woman who comes to you with positivity. She's going to praise you, and
Well, my thing is this: you work together. She's telling you about all this bad stuff going on in her situation. Once you offer to help her, number one, again, she ain't never said she liked you. She never said that. Okay. I'm not saying whether she likes you or not. It don't actually matter. Okay. At the end of the day, you invite her to come stay with you because you believe she don't have to deal with those problems. You deserve better. Blah, blah, bliss, blah, blah, that. You want to feel like the hero yourself. She never said she liked you. Now, 6 months down the road, she living in your house. Yeah, you may be having sex with her from time to time. That's very possible. Okay, very, very realistic. But does that mean she like you? No, I'm having sex with him so I can be in a better situation than the last situation I was in. It don't even really mean your situation is better. It's just she's already annoyed at the previous guy. The same way she's gonna get annoyed with you. And guess what she's gonna do? You know what I'm saying? While she's becoming annoyed with you, she's gonna go seek something from somebody else. At the end of the day, you already put her in the mindset that it's cool for her to be with you while she's dealing with another man. So it's definitely cool with her to deal with another. Well, it's definitely cool, in your opinion, for her to go find somebody else while she's dealing with you. And the only thing she can, if you even question her about it, she goes, nigga, I did the same thing with you. Now imagine you trying to complain to a woman that she talking to another man, and she turn around like she got some sense, say, nigga, I did the same thing with you. Now,
and
most women ain't gonna be bold enough to say that.
Definitely will do that.
Yeah. I don't think most women will be bold enough to say it quite like that. But what do you say to a woman after she said that to you? Nigga, I did the same thing with you. Wasn't I still talking to Tony when I started talking to you? Well, guess what? If I was talking to Tony when I was talking to you, then how you gonna say something to me about still dealing with you? And I'm talking to Tyrone. It's the same thing.
Oh, it gets even worse than that. Like they'll kind of go and then kind of like lie to you, at least on the front end or whatever, talking about like how they're like separated or whatever and all of that. Then you find out that they're not, and then they'll end up doing this whole thing where they're kind of portraying you as a cheater while they're actually the cheater that were lying to you.
And that's what my thing is. We got to look at what we don't. If we want women to have to honor men, then how you gonna dishonor a man by quote unquote being the other guy and saying she gotta honor men? How can you be the other guy and really express to women that they have to honor men when you being the other guy, which is you're actually going through the motions to dishonor some man?
It's actually disrespectful for you as a man to be trying to go with a woman who's already been. You're being disrespectful to that man. Forget about the woman. You're being disrespectful to that man. You're not respecting him and what he's going through. Like I say, you should be waiting for her to separate from that other man if she wants to get with you.
The thing is, you really shouldn't even mention anything about yourself. You know, if she happens to break up and you liked her for whatever reason, you should bring that up after she's already single.
Correct.
You know, you shouldn't be, you know, if you break up with him, I'm gonna be there for you. Nigga, you a sucker. You are telling her you a sucker. How's she supposed to take that? You know, we got to get real with ourselves. How is she supposed to take it? And you over there talking about, man, if you break up with him, I'll be here. You're telling her that you shouldn't be valued. That's what you're telling her. I ain't gonna never tell no woman it's a guarantee I'm gonna be there for you. You know what I'm saying? Just because you happen to know who I am and because you happen to be going through something. Now, why would I give you that? No, talk to me when y'all through. And I'm not gonna even pretend like I like her or anything like that. Look, you know, how come you ain't never said X, Y, and Z? Don't you got a man? Like I didn't say that to women. You know, I don't work with women. They say all this stuff about all these things going wrong. And eventually they be like, well, how come you ain't never said this to me or that? What you talking about? Don't you got a man? That's all I'm going to say. In her mind, because she told me enough BS going on in her life or enough foolishness going on in her life, I was supposed to make some offer to her that I never made. And she trying to understand why I didn't do my job to make an offer to her because I heard about her and her man's problem. It ain't my job to rescue no chick. That's why my response is going to be something like, don't you got a man? So my thing is, don't even look for me to look at you and you got a man. That ain't none of my business at the end of the day. If you happen to put it out there, you happen to put it out there. But that don't mean I got to respond in a way that I'm supposed to help you in any regards. You got a man. If we was at lunch, I was just listening to some story at lunch. That's all I was doing. I'm ready to get back to work. I was just listening to your lunch story because we had to pass the time. That's it. It had nothing. Your story don't mean I make an offer. And a lot of brothers gonna have to be firm on stuff like that. Your stories does not mean there's an offer for me to make. And I heard this. I'm sure a lot of y'all have heard this before too. I don't remember exactly what the saying is, but it's like another person's emergency is not my reason to.
Your lack of urgency is not my emergency.
Yeah, something like that. You going through something don't mean I got to go through something. To me, you got to be a close friend that your problems become my problems. I can't solve problems for everybody. So just because you're having a problem, and I'm going to say a lot of this first started coming to me when I was in coworker situations with women. My coworkers, and they didn't know how to take the fact that I didn't care at the end of the day. I saw the women actually have a problem with the fact that I didn't care about their problem. You know what I'm saying? And I have been addressed about how come I don't say this or say that or whatever. And I just, hey, we coworkers. Like, why would I, I mean, no disrespect, but why would I care? I'll come to work to make money so I can fix my problems. Why ain't you fixing yours? And that's what it was for me. It wasn't even though I'm trying to show people this or trying to show people. No, I work to come make some money so I can fix my problems. Why don't you do the same thing? And that's all. It was just a matter of fact for me. It wasn't even no deep thought or anything like that. But I grew up in a way, I guess I've never had women on the pedestal in the first place. So because a woman has a problem does not necessarily mean there's an alarm I'm supposed to go off on and I'm supposed to go save this and save that. No, we all got problems, don't we? That's how it is. Don't everybody got problems? So yeah, yours are a little different than mine, but they all problems at the end of the day. And my thing is, why would I help some other man's woman? Now, maybe other people don't really view it that way, but that's how I view it. Why would I help another man's woman? I don't see what I get out of that. Okay? Because I'm in it for me first. I ain't saying I ain't going to do something for somebody else, but I'm in everything for me first. How does it help me to help another man's woman? I don't get it. Okay. Now I understand, yeah, there's a possibility you can hit her. I ain't, man, there's other people to hit already. I don't have to worry about that possibility. But I'm gonna slow down right here because we got another guest. We have Asian flavored musty nuts is in the building, y'all. Asian flavored not just musty nuts. Asian flavored musty nuts. You got the flow, my brother. How you doing?
Peace and power to the panel. Peace and power to the host. Peace and power to the chat. Hope everybody's doing well. So I've been listening to you brothers chopping it up, and I just want to throw my 2 cents in here real quick. They say your mother is your first love, and 70% of the black community is born out of wedlock. And back in the day, if you carrying without marrying, you a slut. So, dirty macking is a part of the rules because at the end of the day, niggas love sluts, right? I'll show me a black man, and I'll show you a slut he loved, right? So at the end of the day, brother, it's structural. It's like the chicken and the egg. How can you tell a black man, a slut lover, to not dirty macking? Because dirty macking is how you get the sluts. And the slut took care of him, fed him, paid the bills, treated him like shit, and made sure that he venerated and put the woman on top for 18 years. Now we're gonna come around and turn around and say, hey, gentlemen, no dirty macking. Even in the black community, there's no value for a black man, right? All we do is talk about sluts. Even on this panel, I have heard men on this panel, not going to mention anybody's name, talk about, you can't talk to me because you don't get any bees. Right? Not going to mention any names, but Rael, how you doing this evening? And then, you know what I mean? But we supposed to be black male centered. But then you're gonna reduce another black man to how many bitches you get and things like that. But that's neither here nor there. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, right? To say to not dirty Mac is to not get sluts. And hey, black men love their mother, and most of them are sluts because they chose to have children outside of wedlock. And then on top of that, I don't know. I mean, maybe niggas love semen flavor coochie. I don't know. Maybe Reset comes up where he could tell us about that, because that maybe he could tell us about that. I don't know, but I'll land my plane there.
Boy.
As crazy as that was, I'm gonna say, maybe, just maybe, your mother should not be your example for manhood. Let's just throw that out there too. Because a lot of women do actually give men these ideas that dirty macking is a cool thing to do, because that puts the ball in women's court. And that monkey branching is always a cool thing to do, because again, that puts the ball in women's court. So at the end of the day, I ain't gonna say there's no legitimate reason, but there's a lot of reasons that women are gonna support monkey branching and dirty macking. Now, if your mama's teaching you how to be a man, is it rocket science to figure out she's probably gonna be wrong? Is this rocket science? Should I really learn from my mama how to conduct myself as a man? I mean, let's be real about this, y'all. And I understand there's even some guys out there who never even met their dad, have no idea who their dad is and all that type of stuff. But should your mama be the person to teach you on how to be a man? And does that even make sense when you think about it? Now, I understand it's your mama. You've accepted her instruction, because it's your mama. But now that you've grown, ain't it time to kind of reevaluate what you do? If a woman taught you how to be a man, all I'm saying is reevaluation a smart thing. That's all. I ain't gonna even say your mama did a bad job or whatever the case is. I'm just saying, why don't you reevaluate and see if that really makes sense to you? And should you get your manhood from a place that didn't come from your mama? Because my mama never had to teach me how to be a man. My dad did that. If you don't have the luxury of having a dad, why don't you pick somebody else to take some life lessons from? That's all I'm saying. And at the end of the day, if your mama ain't got no husband, I mean, what about manhood are you supposed to learn from her anyway? I'm just saying, that's not to hurt nobody's feelings. I'm just asking a real question.
Well, Roger, we got those men that we all know in our group. Like, oh, I was raised around a bunch of women. I got sisters and I got moms, so I know women, right? That's how they thought. That's how they brag, right? They sisters, Section 8 and belly out to Kalamazoo. But hey, they know women. and shout out to Dr. Dre, right? Because that nigga took Nick Van Exel woman. And shout out to Mace, right? Because Brandy left Kobe Bryant for Mace. So you know what I mean? It's at every level.
Right. So Mace took Brandy, huh?
Mace kissed Kobe's dick. Mace kissed Kobe's dick, man. And Dr. Dre kissed Nick Van Exel's dick from my, you know what I mean? And look, and she left him when she left him when that nigga had a brain tumor.
Well, yeah, I mean that you took somebody's woman, that's what you get. you got a woman that's not loyal. I mean, that's not even hard to figure out when you think about it. And I just think we as black men don't really think about it. When you take another man's woman, you've taken somebody who's not loyal.
That nigga is a billionaire, and she still left his ass. Why? Because at the end of the day, she was Nick Van Exel girl, Dr. Dre, Dirty Mac, that slut, and then now this nigga sitting up in the hospital.
So that was so wait a minute. So he Dirty Mac, Nick Van Exel girl, and that was the woman he ended up marrying? Is that what you said?
Say again?
Wait a minute. He Dirty Mac, Nick Van Exel's girl, and that was the woman he ended up marrying?
His wife, when they met, she was dating Nick Van Exel on the Lakers back in the day. And
the same woman he ended up marrying, he's Dirty Mac.
Yes. Same thing with Mace.
Lord have mercy.
And Mace stole Brandy from Kobe.
Well, all I'm gonna say is he should have known what was coming. That I thought. Well, I mean,
Sidell Threat. She was dating some basketball nigga, and then Dre took him from her. Black would say he was what you call his wife, Sidell wife. She was dating some nigga on the Lakers. Dre took her from that Laker nigga.
Hey man, when you take somebody's woman, you took somebody's hoe. It is what it is.
I did not talk about you. Hold
on. Let me read what it say first. Let me read what it say. The Great Black Reset says. The Great Black Reset says. I just woke up 2 minutes ago. I know I ain't do nothing wrong. But I know I ain't do nothing yet. but this poison Ivy Leaguer talk about me. Well, I guess he meant talking about me. Where is the respect, Roger? Look, bro, I don't know.
I did not talk about you. I said the panel should ask you a question, sir. I did not say anything about you.
Yeah, I didn't hear him really drag your name, brother. I ain't really hear him drag your name on the real. I really didn't catch that if he did it.
I just said they should ask you a specific question, nigga. That's all I said.
Okay, and shout out to Black Hoover Strikes. He said the same thing. She was Sidell Threat's wife, not Nick's.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna say this, not to get too far off into it, but if Dr. Dre took a woman from somebody and married that woman, he should already know he was going to end up in a divorce. That ain't nothing. That ain't too hard to figure out. If you can take, because I'm gonna say it again, y'all. You can't take a woman. You can only take a hoe. A woman has to decide to be a hoe. Maybe she was a woman, but she got to decide, I'm going to be a hoe in order to be taken. So it's never anything worth bragging about if you, quote unquote, took somebody's hoe. But we want to act like that ain't what's going on because we want to feel that we're more valuable because that we've been taught that black men are nothing. And because black men are nothing, you should be able to take anything a black man has, including some woman. But at the end of the day, the other man gonna see you the same way. And when the other man show up, it's gonna be one guy who's flawless against a person who got a bunch of flaws. And black men, we ain't figured this part out. And I understand a lot of stuff goes on and a lot of propaganda goes out there to make sure we never really figure these things out. But at the end of the day, how you gonna compare your faulted self with this flawless man, because the next man is always flawless. She don't know his problem.
And Jennifer Lopez too, Ben Affleck. When Jennifer Lopez was with P Diddy, then Ben Affleck was dirty macking.
Now shout out to Shark. He said, "Yo, what clip y'all watch? We ain't no clip on this one, Shark. Ain't no clip on this one. Every show ain't gonna have a clip." Now, if y'all don't know, here at the Roger Report Live, we do put a lot of clips in we do put a lot of clips in the description so y'all can know exactly what we're talking about if we're talking about a particular thing, or even an example of something if we're talking about a particular subject. But every show won't have a clip. So there was no clip on this one, brother. There was no clip on this one. And I'm going to say we shouldn't need no clip. At the end of the day, if you can take some man's woman, the only thing you can take is a hoe. And why would you want a real relationship with a hoe? And my thing is, let's not pretend that this stuff don't happen. And a lot of this stuff happens. I told y'all, a lot of people live together because of financial reasons. A lot of time, a woman is telling some story about how terrible some man is. And guess what? She can end up in your apartment because you gonna tell her, you ain't got to deal with all that. You can come stay with me. You know,
Hey,
a lot of men that
Roger,
got some. Well, let me just say it real quick. A lot of men done got some off that line. You can come stay with me. Let's be real about it. Go ahead, turn around.
Yeah, I was going to ask Asian flavored musty nuts. He educated that woman and made her a lawyer, and then she didn't. And then she took that same law degree to make sure that his prenup wasn't followed. So it's kind of like he screwed himself from the beginning.
Oh, he definitely screwed himself because if I was his friend, and my thing, I got a lot of respect for what Dr. Dre has been able to accomplish. But if I was his friend, I'd be like, Dre, let's not forget you took her from somebody. You can't marry her, bro. It's that simple. I don't care what you feel about her. I don't care how great she is, bro. You took her from another man. You can't marry her. Just is what it is on that note. And see, these are small principle things that guys used to be aware of because we grew up with fathers in the home. What father is going to tell you to marry a woman that you took from another man? Y'all think about that. Would any father, even the worst fathers, I don't think would even would say something that stupid. Yeah, you took her from another man. Well, yeah, she is good enough to. That don't even go together. How can you be good enough to marry and I can take you from another man in the first place? Sometimes your position just ain't right, so it ain't never supposed to happen. Maybe I do like her. Maybe her body was the coldest. Maybe she was a magical chick to me. But the fact that I met this magical chick while she had a man just makes it impossible for me to ever really be with her on any serious note. It just is what it is. Some stuff we ain't supposed to negotiate with. And unfortunately, as men, that's something we ain't getting as much as we need to. There is just some things that are just not supposed to be negotiated. I can't negotiate. Can I be with a woman I took from somebody else? She wasn't loyal to him. It only stands to reason she ain't gonna be loyal to me. And in her mind, the disloyalty was already approved because I took her from somebody else. So in her mind, she ain't doing nothing wrong. And that's just keeping it real. She ain't doing nothing wrong. Shout out to Black Who Strikes. He says, I want Levine. I don't know what do you mean right here. Loving probably made his marry. Oh, he was saying somebody probably made him marry her to serve as Dre's racially ambiguous handler, like Cat Williams described. Okay, I guess you mean them people probably made Dre marry her. Oh, is he talking about what's that white guy name that Dre worked with?
Oh, Levine.
Yeah, that's what he's talking about, Levine. Levine, yeah. probably was probably telling Dre, "Now you got to marry her." Yeah,
Well, he's still Dirty Mac. He's still Dirty Mac though.
I just can't take you serious. I took you from somebody. I can't take you serious. You know, it's all fun and games. If you could take her, you know what I'm saying? If you could take her, and shout out to Irvin Reed. He said Jerry Levine. Yeah, that's who Black was talking about. Jerry Levine. You know, yeah. If I could take her from somebody, I can't be real with her. All I can do is hit it a couple times, maybe, but I can't be real with this particular woman. And you know what I'm saying? Well, no, I can't say I never really took a woman from a man and had a relationship with her. Have I messed with somebody's woman before? I can admit I've done that. I think just about everybody done did that because we got so many hoes amongst Black women. Unfortunately, just about everybody done did it. But I did have the good sense to understand that if I'm messing with another man's woman, she's not good enough to be my woman. He just ain't figured it out. But I got the information right from Jump Street. How can she be good enough for me? And I'm messing with her and she got a man. It just don't make sense. You know? And I'm gonna say a lot of you guys, I'm gonna push this, man. A lot of you guys, y'all get caught up at work because y'all working in some office or something where there's some woman there. She get comfortable enough with you. She started telling you her sob story. You try to justify it in your mind, and you swear you rescuing her from some evil that's being accosted to her because you dumb enough to believe everything she say. And next thing you know, you talking about, well, you can come stay with me. And sometimes y'all be trying to be subtle about it. Well, you know, I got an extra bedroom. Okay. I got an extra bedroom. And shout out to Black Goose Strike. He said it's Jimmy Iovine. That's how his name is pronounced. Jimmy Iovine. I know you talking about. I definitely know that guy who you talking about though. But it's Jimmy Iovine, y'all. Just so everybody got that. And like I said, y'all, you are at work. You trying to rescue her in a subtle way, and sometimes you hit her with well, I got an extra bedroom. You can get your own room, knowing eventually you're gonna be over there in that room, or you're gonna have her over there in your room. You know, so we try to be soft about it sometimes, but at the end of the day, you just try to better position yourself so she can give it to you, because you buying into whatever story she's telling you. And I don't even get why men be leaving all this stuff women say, because we find out that they're liars so often. I just don't get why y'all believe them like that. But y'all do. Okay. Maybe I used to believe them too, for real. I mean, I used to believe them way more than I do now. I say that because I don't too much believe nothing they saying nowadays. And that's real talk. You know, I got to know you at some kind of good level for you to be a woman just telling me stuff and I'm just going to accept it. You know, that's just real talk. But I'm gonna give the mic to our newest guy up. These hoes ain't loyal. You got the flow, my brother. Chime in where you want to.
What up, Roger? What up, chat? What up, panel?
How you doing,
Boy,
brother?
good. Man, work with this one. I've for a while now held the belief that if you are the side dude, if you are someone who is dealing with a woman that you know has a man, you're part of the problem. Essentially, you're the type of guy that empowers that woman and makes her feel justified in what she's doing. You're giving her a platform to do it. Without you, she can't monkey branch. Yeah. I believe that any brother who has a woman that's dealing with another man, that brother shouldn't be speaking about black male progression. Again, because you're part of the problem. Okay. A lot of single women out there. There's a lot of women out there who just, of course, hoes, but they ain't dealing with no man. They just honest hoes, like I like to call them. They know how they operate, they know how they move, so they just make a decision within themselves to say, I'm not going to be in a relationship with anybody because I deal with several men. You can go after those hoes all day. But when you knowingly enter into a situation where you know that this female is dealing with another man, you are part of the problem. We got to exercise self control, fellas. We have to have principles. We have to have a code by which we operate. I'm a believer that we are our brother's keeper in a sense. If I have a friend, a relative, or somebody that I might, associate with, and I find out that their girl is essentially two-timing them, maybe she came on to me, maybe she pulled up somebody I know. If I'm cool with this person, this is a black man, I want to see him succeed. I'm gonna pull him up to the side and say, "Hey, I don't know what y'all got going on there, bro. I'll come to you respectfully. This is how y'all operate. Maybe this is how y'all move. But your girl ain't too loyal, man. We have to shut this monkey branching shit down. We have to have a code of honor amongst men to say that we ain't gonna participate in that. Now, I'm not the type to tell you how to live your life, but we got to do it with some sort of code, some sort of law. All right. I'm gonna land my plane there for now, man.
And let me say this real quick, y'all. Friday, because I couldn't see what was going on Friday. Yeah, I told y'all I had bought a new device. I was having some trouble with it. So no placeholder. I actually sent the cash app in Friday. It didn't get acknowledged on air, so I want to acknowledge that today. And he happens to be the sponsor of today's stream, so I definitely need to acknowledge the fact that he did send something Friday. So, brother, I appreciate you big time. I actually dropped $10 on the cash app. Okay. And he, I guess he was making a joke at me because I was having such a hard time bringing up usual business cash app. And he said something about history of unreported donations. So I don't, maybe that was going on, but of course I didn't mean to do him wrong. So I just want to make sure I acknowledge that today that he did send me something. Well, actually it wasn't Friday. It was actually Wednesday. Because I didn't do a show Thursday and Friday, so it was actually Wednesday, the last day of the week. I did a show last week, so I'm glad somebody missed me. But shout out to that brother, and shout out to Floyd Thompson. I see something that came in. He done dropped $14.57. So shout out to you, brother, for the Trail Bentley tax. Appreciate it big time. And he says Rogers for a 4-day weekend. Okay. Now, it wasn't no 4-day weekend now. It wasn't no 4-day weekend. I was dealing with a whole lot of stuff that needed to be handled. So, no, it wasn't like I took some days off so I can relax. I wish I could have tell you that was going on. But it wasn't that, man. That was 4 days of making stuff happen. That's what that was. But appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. And that's real talk. I see... Oh, all right. Never mind. I was going to read something about Black Rule, but it was directed to a person. So, yeah, if Black Rule, if you got it directed to a specific person, I ain't going to read it. I'm only going to read the stuff that ain't directed to a specific person. So, you an elder, we're going to respect your words and let you get in where you need to get in, even if you can't be on the panel on some particular day. And for somebody else who say, well, why don't you do that for everybody else? Yeah, well, Black Rule do got it like that, and everybody else just don't necessarily have to have it like that. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. If you gonna
Respect
cry,
your elders.
yeah.
Respect
If you
your
gonna
elders.
cry, do it in the car. That's what don't do it. Don't bring it to me. Do it in the car. Okay. It is what it is. Okay. No disrespect to anybody. I got a lot of respect for all y'all, but I got to do some things different here and there. So yeah, he'll get his read. Now I'm gonna say, y'all, Bronk is, well, excuse me, today he is these hoes and Hillary is definitely on the right side of this. We gotta have the code for us. It ain't about the women. The code is about us. Are we gonna go out of our way to respect another black man, or are we gonna do what America been trying to get us to do? Look at black men as nothing and participate in the same culture that we have complaints about.
Man.
Because I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I don't want my woman sucking another man's dick. That's just me being real. I don't want that to happen. But if we promote monkey branching or dirty macking is okay, how's she gonna be in a position where it ain't cool for her to suck somebody else's dick? I ain't saying she is. Depends on the woman. But we definitely saying it's cool for her to suck another man's dick, and we out here dirty macking and allowing women to monkey branch from one man to the other. Because at the end of the day, these are things that we allow. They don't control this stuff. We do. You know? Now, Kelly Rowland, fine. If I meet Kelly Rowland, I'm going to want to hit it.
Well,
But I know she married, so I ain't going to go after her. Not saying I could get it. It ain't about whether I could get it. It's about I shouldn't even make an attempt because I know she married at this point.
Well,
go ahead, brother.
If you're dirty macking, not only are you saying it's okay for her to be with someone else, you're also saying it's cool for her to be with multiple people because she doesn't immediately break up and go with you, right? She tests the waters, right? Right? She sees how you treat her. She sees how is the sex good enough? Is your semen too salty? Then she kisses her other dude in the mouth, right? For some spiteful stuff. So at the end of the day, what we're really saying is we tasting each other's manhoods. and black men are saying, yeah, that's
man.
That's C block behavior. And see, this is the thing when I talk about structural, because at the end of the day, a lot of us was born in single motherhoods, and we have the trope of all the good men are in prison, and we know the rates there. So at the end of the day, when these dudes come home, right, and they come back to the hood is just an extension of the prison system. Because a lot of boys who are exposed to men are men who come out of the prison system because that's who's in and out of her life, right? And if you look at the hood works just like the prison system, right? How many holes you get, how many this, how many that, or you went to jail, whatever, blah blah blah. It works just like the hood, or the hood works just like the prison system. So at the end of the day, when we look at black malehood and how it operates today, it's extremely feminine because women share men. Men don't supposed to share women, but we're in the inverse, right? The black community is bizarre world. So I land there. So all the people who said that I don't get enough women, you just told on yourself, niggas. And I land.
Now I'm gonna say shout out to Black Rule Strikes. He says it's institutional buggery. That's a good way to put it. And I'm gonna say, me personally, I hate the way this brother says stuff about you tasting another man's dick. I hate all that stuff. But you know why I ain't never asked him to stop saying that? Because there's a certain point of realness to it. You know? And it's a certain we gotta consider these particular things. Now, I ain't gonna ever believe it's really that, but to have that in your mind, I think it's cool.
Listen,
at the end of the day.
Unless you dated a virgin, there ain't a nigga in this chat room on this panel that has not tasted an illustrious dick.
Man.
I hate
all you can hope is that they brush their teeth regularly and use mouthwash. That's the best chance we got.
But I hate the way that sounds. But I'm never gonna ask them not to say it because it is something, you know what I'm saying? Men do need to think about women's, sex life to a certain degree. You know what I'm saying? We do need to really think about that.
There's a reason why it's called communicable. Communicable.
Hey, look. Hey, Hot Sauce said, if you go down on him.
Let me land. There's a reason why it's called communicable, meaning community. Root word, community. communicable diseases. There's a reason why it's called that.
So you say that if these dudes going down on the girl, it actually might not be theirs.
Well, I mean, you do. We got to.
That was a question for Reset, though, right? Because I don't know the difference between plain coochie and semen-filled coochie. So that was a question for Reset.
Now I would say, shout out to Waska the Man Cave. He said, if Kelly Rowland get naked in front of me, I'm smashing. And brother, I totally understand where you're coming from. Of course, I'm gonna want to smash too. I'm gonna try not to smash if she married. On real talk, but I would sure want to. I ain't gonna act like I ain't gonna want to. Okay.
Hey, remember that guy Joseph?
Well, hold on, brother. Let me finish this little thing out real quick. But I'm saying, even as tempting as it would be to smash Kelly Rowland, we got to at least make an attempt to not do this stuff, because at the end of the day, we are putting women in the leading position. And my thing is, how do you complain about women being leaders if we're putting them in the lead position? At the end of the day, that's not how it's supposed to be. We got to be in the lead position. And then we can crack down on things being wrong or right. But if you put her in the lead position, that means it's up to her to crack down on what's wrong or what's right. It's that simple at the end of the day. But go ahead, what you was finna say, brother.
Hey, it was a man named Joseph. He was in a room with a king's wife one time, and she tried to take the clothes off. You know what I'm saying? Get busy with him. Man ran out the room. Principles, gentlemen.
Yeah, sometimes you got to run from these hoes.
Principles, gentlemen.
Now, I mean, that's a very good point. That's a very good point. And sometimes you got to run. It is what it is, man. You know, because they gonna try stuff, and at the end of the day, where does a woman get hurt when she got two niggas fighting over her? Because we all just niggas to them. You know, the vast majority of them, we're just niggas. That's it. So if she got two niggas fighting over her, she automatically wins. She can get X, Y, and Z from one nigga. She can get X, Y, Z from the other nigga. Because these niggas is fighting over her. And one thing I understand fighting for your woman's honor, but I have no understanding of fighting over a woman. If the woman ain't mine, why would I swing on another man for a woman that ain't mine? That don't even make sense. You know? But we got to be real with ourselves. A lot of times we put women in a position that they're just not supposed to be in. And if we're doing that, we can't complain about why they're in the wrong position, why helping them be in the wrong position, or trying to just about force them to stay in the wrong position. So at the end of the day, I ain't messing with another man's wife. Okay? Because I don't want to. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's just hey, what's good for us from a general standpoint? You know, I ain't gonna say I ain't never did it in the past. I've done it in the past. But from a general standpoint, man, for a woman, just as much as say she talking to another man, I'm gonna leave her alone. Now, granted, she ain't made no commitment to him. He ain't made no commitment to her because they're just quote unquote talking. But let's be real about this, y'all. If she's talking to another man, and I agree to start talking to her too, what I'm telling a woman, I'm communicating, men are supposed to fight over her. Men are supposed to be in competition over her, which is the exact opposite of what's supposed to happen. If anything, women should be competing for men, which I'm going to do a stream about that very soon, if not tomorrow, but very soon. Why would I put in a woman's head that I'm supposed to be competing with another man to get her? And for some women, I ain't going to say all of them, but for some women, because there are women who really truly think they are quote unquote the prize. Why wouldn't they think it if you always trying to put her in a prize position? If you willing to fight with another man over her, how you gonna tell her she ain't the prize? Because she sound like the prize because y'all finna fight over. You know, winner of the fight get the woman. Don't that sound like a prize? And then you gonna be mad at her for thinking she the prize, yet you was in the fight over. So I ain't even talking about whether you win or lost. It don't make no difference. How you gonna tell her she ain't the prize and you was willing to fight over her? That don't even make sense.
Especially when the prize is a bill. The prize is a bill anyway. And on top of that, like I think there's another thing we gotta make a distinction on too, and that's like the difference between the wife side of the fence and the girlfriend side of the fence. Like if you're a girlfriend, you don't get wife respect like that. Like that's a whole separate thing. If that's a wife, like no, I'm not talking to you. I'm not entertaining you. You get naked. I'm running out that room, just like we were talking about in that example earlier. But that whole like girlfriend thing, okay, then there's a different level of respect that you get there.
Well, see, my thing is, if I'm the outside man, the fact that you claiming the man, if I go beyond your claim, because women have said, well, I'm talking to somebody already. She's claiming that dude. She ain't said that's her man yet. But at the end of the day, if I keep saying anything to her, then I'm literally trying to create a competition between me and him. Now, how she ain't the prize if I'm trying to make it a competition?
That's true in that scenario.
Yeah. And you know what? They all spending money on it too, Roger. Every dude she messing with spending money on her in some shape, form, or fashion. Whether they cash apping her, whether they taking her shopping, whether they paying the bill for her and there.
Well, my thing is we got to decide what we want out here in the world. And do we want women believing that men supposed to fight over them? So we, you know what I'm saying? So we can do all the different things that we gonna do for them, and we got to fight this other man. That's why I've said before, like, you know, if I was in a horrible situation where I come home and my woman is having sex with another man, that's not my woman. It's that simple at the end of the day. I'm not looking to fight the other guy because my woman, who really turned out to be my hoe, is sucking another man's dick. I'm not mad at him for getting his dick sucked. I want my dick sucked too. The issue is we'll take it out on a man who dick she was sucking, but won't really take it out on her.
Yeah, that's the immature response. I 100% agree. But here's the thing: most men will try to. I'm gonna say most men, but a lot of dudes out there, enough of them, will try to stay with a woman like that. They just, they ain't built like that. So, it'll be the logical thing to just walk away. I mean, as soon as another man touches that woman, the man touches your wife. From then on, she ceases to be your wife. It's just common sense.
Women have convinced us that we supposed to win her back.
Yeah.
You know,
that's wild.
We out here being the biggest of all goofies talking about I'm gonna win her back. She just don't. She just forgot how great I am. I'm gonna remind her.
Yeah, dudes commit murder, suicides, and some more stuff, man.
You know, well, I mean, those are our worst cases of it. But then there's a lot of us, if we gonna be real about it, we trying to win her back. That's what we really on. I'm gonna show her that I'm the one. You got to show a woman who had another man's dick in her mouth that you the one. She was already with you, bro. This ain't no past, man. She was already with you. And she had some other dude's dick in her mouth. But you got to win her back. At some point, it's about your own dignity, man. Real talk. Are you okay looking in the mirror at yourself because you won her back and she had another man's dick in her mouth? I don't see the point in this. So I'm supposed to get up in the morning next to her, go to the bathroom to, wash my face or whatever, so I can start my day to go out and work and earn stuff so she will respect me. And she was with me and had another man's dick in her mouth. That's what I'm supposed to do? See, that don't sound right to me. When I look in the mirror, I'm supposed to see a man that I'm happy with. I'm not supposed to see a man that I'm not happy with.
But she's saved now, Roger. She's a born again virgin now. She's saved now.
She what?
She's saved.
She's saved.
She's a born again virgin.
Yeah, I ain't never seen one of those, bro. It's one thing to suck a dick before I met you. It's a whole other thing to suck a dick while I'm with you. And my thing is, how do I look at that man in the mirror? And my girl done had another man dick in her mouth. Like I'm just not rocking. I ain't rocking with that. I'm not finna be sitting here trying to justify what I did wrong and how I slipped. If I would have been more on point and all these different types of things that women tell us, you might have kind of fell off in your relationship, and then that she had to, mess with somebody else because you felt no, she should have came and talked to me. If she thought I fell off, she should have came and told me so I could do something about it. That's what a woman who loved me would do. I'm not finna get up in the morning. First of all, I'm laying next to some woman who's definitely a traitor. Okay, and then I'm gonna go look in the mirror at myself and yeah, I'm gonna get out here and really work for her today. I'm gonna get out really do it for her today. The fact that she has another man's dick in her mouth ain't the end of the world. It's just the beginning of a new. That's all. No, that ain't how that works, man. That is not how that works. And at the end of the day, that's what a lot of men are doing. We got some job somewhere, and you look at yourself in the mirror, and you got to acknowledge that, she had another man's dick in her mouth, but you didn't work hard enough some kind of way. Man, I ain't finna buy into none of that stuff at the end of the day. I'm not getting it for her. The only thing I'm trying to do at that point would be getting her out of here. That's it. Do we need to start an eviction process? That's the only thing I'd be doing for her. Ain't no way I'm finna try to work harder to prove myself to a woman who had another man's dick in her mouth while she was already with me. That ain't happening. That's just crazy work if you ask me. But I'm gonna slow it down because Truth Teller coming up. Truth Teller, what you got for us, brother?
Good morning, man. Happy Monday. I think I'm gonna come at this with from a little different direction. There does need to be a code, but my idea of the code ain't the same as what everybody else has been referencing. Listen, for your chick to be solid, for you to know or guarantee your chick to be solid, there's gonna have to be some challenges that approach her. There's gonna have to be some dirty macking dudes that try to convince your woman that they better options than you. So I don't think the absence of dirty macking and monkey branching should happen. I think it's a necessary trial that has to happen. Because really all we doing is we saying, okay, on code and you shouldn't dirty mac. But then how you know these hoes ain't hoes? The fact that a dude's dirty macking don't make her a hoe. She is a hoe. That's the only reason why she would respond to a dude who's dirty macking. So it's like, you trying to save them by saying we just gonna take away all like they little kids. Listen, man, if they violate, you have to apply the rules to them. There's rules and repercussions that have to happen. And I think we're afraid of that because nobody wants to speak up for that. We just want to take away their option. I don't think we should take away their option. I think they should reap the consequences of their decisions. And that's where the code should exist. They have to be responsible for their own actions, man. And if they do you wrong, then you got to treat them like they did you wrong. That's all.
Now, I would say
that's something that a dirty Mac nigga will say.
No, shout out to the loyalty
now,
test.
He got you there. He got you. That is something. If a nigga who dirty Mac had sat down and thought about it, he come up with the same thing. He definitely come up with that.
And you tried to be slick with the shit because it sounded good. It sounded good. That's some shit a dirty Mac nigga.
Honestly, I ain't never dirty Mac, but I'm just saying, if I can't treat them like kids, man. That's just out the window. That's over with. I'm not gonna treat them like they don't have the ability to not do this, right? A lot of the stuff we come at this in regards to our women in our community, we come at it like they can't do no better. And then we sit there and deal with having to come up with the idea of how to fix them. And it ain't about fixing them. It's to identify who's who and make the appropriate actions according to who that person is. So I just think we should come at it from that direction as far as, okay, you married a hoe. You're going to have to come to grips with that and take the appropriate actions. It just is what it is.
Well, I'm gonna say I can agree with what you're saying, but I think we can do both at the same time. Because we should not create an environment for them to do this stuff. But there always gonna be some rogue men that ain't gonna do what's good for the community. They gonna be out here trying dirty Mac anyway. Now, if your woman is susceptible to it, you got to do like I said earlier in the show. You got to accept that you got a hoe now. My woman can't be taken from me. Only my hoe can be taken. And I do think that's where men are gonna have their trouble. Nobody can take your woman, but just about anybody can take your hoe. And that's just what it is, because she is going to do what she wants to do when she's in the scenario. And it ain't like you gonna stop people from dirty macking just in general. But I'm gonna say, as a man who ain't about that life, who ain't, you know what I'm saying, I can't be out here trying to dirty mac to women and then expecting the environment to be good. If we, this is what I'm saying, if we as men say dirty macking is okay, then we are as men saying that it's okay for women to not respect any of us. So my thing is, I can't say it's okay. I'm still gonna hold her accountable for what she does in the situation, but I can't say it's good for us to go out here and try to dirty mac another man, because I gotta respect another man, and I cannot respect the man if I'm dirty macking to his woman, because I'm literally trying to put him down. Or even if I'm not trying to put him down, if I allow her to monkey branch over to me, then how can I say women have to have a standing? They got to work with their man and build something together and all that. No, if we say monkey branching is cool, then there's no reason for any woman to work with a man. You know, she's supposed to just monkey branch as high as she can go. So I can't endorse it. I hear what you're saying, and I do believe we should treat them accordingly when they mess up, but I can't endorse it either, because at the end of the day, I'm not holding her at any level of accountability. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at it if I endorse it. Now I'm gonna say shout out to Black Rule Strikes. He says, I think Truth Teller has a point right up until the point when a woman has married. Because if you try to take a woman you know is married, you should be subject to biblical justice. I mean,
Exactly.
I think
See,
that was my point. That's what I was getting at.
You got Uru pagan ass reference in the Bible, man.
I'm just saying. I'm not saying that transaction, if in regards to marriage, I'm not saying those actions are not detrimental and punishable. What I'm saying is they are, right? But our solution is, hey, the dude shouldn't do that kind of thing, so that the woman never has the ability to fail, is what we're saying. Well, all I'm saying is, there's always going to be villains, but they're necessary, right? So if your wife is susceptible to this kind of things, she should suffer the consequences of doing these actions. That's what would normally curb somebody from doing something this bad. But you don't have chicks that's going to do it, but then they have to live that life afterwards. Our problem is we don't want to hold them to that. We want to say forgive and forget after that. Oh, that's how she was before. You have some men saying she used to be a hoe, but she ain't a hoe no more. Or I don't care that she has 1,000 bodies. Like, whoa, what are y'all talking about?
I was one of them, man. I was, hey. I was one of them. Chill. Get personal.
I'm going to say, shout out to Santana. He say, I definitely dirty mac for the coochie, bro. Now, I'm going to say this.
Damn, you ain't supposed to say it out loud, player.
Yeah. I'm gonna say it like this. Real talk. I don't think we should take it up to the point of we're trying to protect the women. What I am saying is, because I want to live in a better community, I'm not gonna do things that make my community worse.
I agree.
So I won't dirty mac, and I'm not gonna monkey branch, and I don't think any guy who wants to make the community better should do that. Now, if a woman is susceptible to these things, I do agree with we should treat them accordingly. It is what it is. I think both of these things can exist at the same time. I ain't got no reason to dirty mac. If she tell me she talking to a man, I don't need her to have no ring on her finger. If she tell me she's talking to a man, I can let her go, because once she's established, that there's another man there, the only thing I can do at that point is start competing with the other man.
So
And
you're
my
saying you're
thing
not
is,
going to join in on the bidding process there, like 500, 200, 300,
yeah,
1,000.
I'm the
$40,
man.
40.
As I've said time and time again, as men, we will take care of a woman. Women, from a general standpoint, have no interest in taking care of us. So why would I be competing to take care of somebody? If someone's competing, they should be competing to be taken care of, not compete to take care. You don't compete to take care of a person. Somebody should be competing so you will take care of them. So for me, it's fundamentally stupid and unreasonable for me to compete for a woman. So when the fact she brought another man up, even though I'm talking to this guy, she brought him up. At that point, it's a competition if I go for it. I ain't competing for no woman. That's not my proper position. That is the position of a woman. A woman should be competing for a man. A man is not supposed to compete for a woman. I'm not going to act like a girl for anybody.
Here's another additional thing to consider too. Like if she really likes you, if she's really digging you, she's not going to tell you anything about another man. She's not going to tell you jack about it. You'll
Man,
figure that out on the back end, maybe.
even if she don't like you, she ain't never gonna tell you, man. That's why I always say, you can ask these direct questions, but you ain't never gonna get the real answers. But there are workarounds. There are things you can identify, practices you can see. But most of us don't pay that close of attention to those other details, right? I don't think she'll do that kind of thing when you ain't even really paying attention to who she is.
Yeah. But see, my thing is, if she does bring the man up to me, it's on me how I respond to it.
True. Exactly. Yeah.
And
now the other side of that too, Roger, is you have to the dirty Mac has got to get treated a certain way too in society, right? Once we identify you a dirty Mac, the disrespect's gonna come. You gonna get treated a certain way because we know how you roll.
Now I agree with that too. I definitely agree with that. And you can't trust a nigga who down the dirty Mac. He'll dirty Mac your girl at some point because that's
Not
who he is.
At all. You can't trust him at all.
No, I don't care how cool he been with you. Once you find out that's what he do, at some point, he gonna dirty Mac your woman. Because I'm gonna keep it real. I ain't finna mess with no woman that don't nobody want to talk to. I'm being realistic. So if this nigga already a dirty Mac, he's gonna want to talk to my woman at some point.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
So we shouldn't be valorizing him a lot. Look, he gets all of those. Oh, he gets all. I'm like,
No.
we don't valorize that dude.
Well, dirty macking is beyond that, right? That's you messing with other dudes' stuff. And honestly, it's a form of. It involves women, but it's really a form of disrespect between men. Dudes who do that are basically just trying to challenge as many dudes as they can, in the only way that they can challenge a dude. Because it's easier ways to challenge another man, right? To prove yourself. But if you got to go that route, then that's probably because you're weak in most areas, and this is the only way you could do it.
Bro, look, you got dudes out here dropping tracks saying, "Just got rich, took a broke nigga bitch." Right? You got niggas out here taking pictures with these hoes, like in the most provocative fashion, and they dudes on taking pictures of it and paying him to take it, bro. Come on,
Well,
man.
that's different.
Come on, man.
That's
Come on,
that's
bro.
different though. That's a fetish. That's different. That's a different discussion altogether.
Well, and I'm gonna say, I'm gonna stay realistically. I'm gonna give it to these other guys that just
I'm
came
saying
up.
that's Dirty Mac.
No, it's not. Chris Brown. That's who you talking about. He did say I'd take another a broke man's. I'm gonna say chick. I ain't gonna be cursing on air. He said I'd take another nigga's chick, right? But he also said I don't mess with them chicks. So he don't want the chick. And he's making that clear.
Yeah, smart man, then.
You see what I'm saying? Now he's saying, I take her for a night, but I don't want her. So he ain't on the same thing. He ain't dirty macking so he can get somebody else's bra. He just taking another dude bra because it's available. You know what I'm saying? She making it that way. That's not
So
his
that's what
fault that
Truth Teller's
she's
saying.
well, I'm saying it's not his fault that she's available. That's her fault that she's available. She knows she got a man. You know, that's on her. That's 100% on her. And my thing is, I can't blame Chris Brown for taking my woman. If she was my woman, he ain't supposed to be able to take.
But that was my whole point, right?
Yeah, but you can't.
He,
Yeah, that's what Truth Tellers was saying,
yeah.
and I agree to
But
that. It's just you found a way out, Truth Teller. You found
Why?
a way.
What
You
was the way
found a
out?
way to continue your dirty macking activities,
no,
Wait, hold up.
no.
Santana's
Chris,
back?
Chris
What?
Brown is not singing a song about taking another man's woman. He don't want the woman. If you listen to the song, he don't want the woman. He's just saying that it happens, but he don't want it. He makes
Yeah,
it very clear in
he's
that
also
song
the
that he does not want her. Yeah,
he's also progenitor of these hoes ain't loyal. So I mean, we
yeah,
He
gotta
was
listen to
giving
Chris.
a public service announcement.
yeah.
Important public service announcement.
Exactly. Now let me read this by Black Rule and let these other guys get in. Shout out to Black Rule Strikes. He says, I still would like to see at least one brother step loose and beat Chris Brown or Usher's behind just to let mofos know that all that public play acting and 304 stealing ain't all fun and games. Well, I'm going to say this. Well, I ain't going to do it. But if it happens, I'm just gonna be like, man, that come with the territory. That does come with the territory when you mess with other men's women, because
That's
some men
true.
don't know how to let go.
But
It
can
is
you
what it
really?
is.
Can you blame Chris Brown? The women are paying him. I mean, come on, that ain't his fault.
We ain't gonna change the show subject. We're not gonna change the show subject. We're gonna stay where we at. Maybe we'll talk about that in a day or two or something. Maybe, but at this point, let me get the Great Black Reset in here, and then we'll get Santana to follow him up. All right, Great Black Reset, you got it, brother.
I wasn't even gonna come up today, but I came up in honor of the great Santana returning, aka the Black Woman is God, aka Bronx little brother. Man, I'm glad to see this brother done came back. Man, you know what
cut
I'm
his mic
saying?
off, man.
Truth Teller up here playing games. You know, Truth Teller trying to have a $5 million hoe party. So he want all you hoes to be tested out here. You know what
35,
I'm saying?
sir. 35,
35
sir.
million,
35.
$35 million whole party. He up here promoting it for the whole party. That's what he doing. This nigga is up here lying. Brock is
Fighting it,
just
man.
Brock is an angry perpetual victim of the whole aces out here. You know what I'm saying? And he's trying to get his honor back up here. You know what I'm saying? And then Mr. Asian, he done left here already. You know what I'm saying? He just done ran away from the country. He couldn't take it no more, man. And you know he throwing stones back at the U.S. That's what's happening up here, man. That's what's happening. I just came up here to throw a few chairs and say, welcome back, Santana. You know, bro, I'm introducing you to your little brother. Y'all should get along just well. Just fine. Just fine. I'll land my plane there.
All right. Santana, you got the flow,
Hey,
my
hey,
brother.
hey,
You got
hey!
the flow.
Before you go, reset. Where you fall in on the equation?
Oh man, I'm in agreement. We need we do need regulations out here, man, because these women out here wilding and some of these dudes out here wilding, man. We got to put rules in place.
All right, Santana, you got the flow, brother. Santana, you on mute. Unmute your mic, brother.
Man,
Oh man, don't do this to us. I mean, you came back
Santana,
and then you're not talking. Don't
Santana,
do
old
it.
lady, don't told him get your ass off that phone, man. I don't want you up there talking to them niggas.
All right, y'all. We're gonna pray for Santana and let him join in later when he's ready. Obviously, he ain't ready or something, you know. but I am saying though, yeah, there needs to be some type of rules and regulations because at the end of the day, it's about the environment we decide to create for women. And that's what I'm saying. If it's something just as small as I'm talking to another man, she already acknowledged another man. You can't do anything beyond that point but compete or go away. And if you tell a woman, even though you didn't tell her in words, but you told her in action, it is okay for men to compete over you, you can't be mad about women who want niggas to compete. That's all I'm saying. Think about how it affects us as men. Stop worrying about how it affects them as women so much. It's putting women in position to tell us to compete for them. We are justifying that we should compete with each other over a woman. Now, how can I do
Man,
that and then trip when she want me to compete?
Who
man,
still
I
ain't
ain't
gonna let go
gonna,
of his side chicks, man? Who
I ain't
still ain't
gonna
gonna
lie.
let
That
go of the
sound,
side chicks?
Well,
that sound,
hold on. Here comes Santana. Go ahead, Santana.
I ain't gonna lie. That's a part. Dirty Macking a part of the game, man. You got to chalk that up to the game, man. It
I
is what it
knew it.
is.
I knew
I'm
it.
sorry. And complain. And to be honest, complaining about it. To be honest, complaining about it sounds a little feminine. And mama, and to me, it's kind of like how how a woman like she knows, like, I guess you a cheater or whatever, so she want to call the other woman, she want to tell the other woman all your business and this, that, and the third. Like, don't dirty Mac me because I got other things going on besides you. It's like, you know to me, again, it just comes off as feminine complaining about it. It's either you get with it or you get lost, man. You can't get mad at the next man because he didn't talk your girl out her drawers. It don't matter what that man said. It worked. Shit, it worked.
He
Obviously,
did. He did not disappoint.
That nigga
Did you
don't
get?
never
Did
let
you
me
get your full
down,
2 minutes?
man.
Did you get? You have your two? Your 2 minutes.
Well,
All right,
well,
now
all right.
let me do some grade school stuff real quick. Santana, do you know what a complaint is?
yeah.
What is a complaint?
I guess so I guess a complaint something something how you feel about something. I guess I don't know.
That's probably as good as we gonna get.
It's
Okay.
probably it's a
Bro,
thought that you feel
hold
about
on,
something.
No, no,
It's
no, no,
hold
no,
I
no.
on.
can't really
Hold on,
I
Bron.
can't muster up
Bron,
the
Bron,
definition of it,
Bron,
but
Bron. Let it
Go
go,
ahead.
because I said let me do some grade school stuff real quick. Okay. Now, when
No, I
a
was gonna say
person,
something to recess.
if a person says, "I think it's better that we change what we're doing," does that sound like a complaint?
yeah. If we talking about this specific topic of we
We're talking
should,
about what we are doing. We're not talking about what somebody else is doing. We're talking about what we are doing. Does that sound like
uh,
a complaint?
yeah, you shouldn't even be worried about the next man. That does sound like a complaint to me.
Okay. Now, my thing is, y'all, I'm not going to correct him at all. I'm just
I,
letting y'all see where he's coming
gosh,
from.
He's
Okay.
standing on business. Rodney, he's standing
Man,
on
reset.
business.
No, reset,
So wait, hold
reset.
on.
You ain't shit for saying this dude my little brother, man.
Oh, this is absolutely your little brother. You let him, yeah,
You ain't shit
let
for
him
that,
come
bro.
for the next 2 or 3 weeks straight. You gonna
Uh,
see this. This might not be
hey,
just your little brother. This your twin brother. This is it. This is it
Now,
right here. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. Okay. Based on his logic, you should never review what you're doing and say, "Man, we should make a pivot so we can have better results." That's what that logic says. Never think about what you're doing so you can pivot and have better results, which is actually how you become successful in life. You think about stuff you've done already and you say, should I do things better? Should I make change so I can get better results? That's what you do. Now, at the end of the day, he also said, when it comes to his women, if you happen to come across them and you can hit it, knock yourself out. That's literally what he said. He wants you to go
yeah,
after his women,
yeah,
which is
yeah. I
fine.
mean, nah,
Sometimes people get what they wish for.
nah, that's how that's gonna play out anyway. It's, to be honest, I'm not gonna lie to you. If another man thinks your woman is attractive, you in the picture or not in the picture, it don't even matter. He gonna shoot at your woman. So, and if he got a dirty Mac you to get to that, then that's what's gonna happen. Now, if you saying we should change our approach, what you saying is what he shouldn't mention you when he going after your girl, or Is that what you're saying? Like he shouldn't disrespect you. He still should like go after your girl. That's what you're saying, as
What
far as like not disrespecting you.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. If you can pick up women, you don't even need to mention the other guy. I've never
Right,
need to mention the other guy to get his woman.
right,
There's already stuff going on with her. I don't need to put you. Why would I put you down just to get your girl? It's unnecessary. That's
right.
number one. It's just unnecessary. So what am I doing by putting you down to get your girl?
No,
I'm gonna get it anyway, ain't I?
I agree with you. It don't take that to get your girl, but if that's what I choose to do, why is that a problem?
I miss you, Santana.
Thank you. I
Thank you so
appreciate
much.
that. Cause I'm trying to I'm trying to figure out what's the
Man,
problem. I'm like,
I,
So
again,
Santana,
I,
can I ask you a quick
I,
question though?
I don't
what's
know where
that?
you been, Santana, but don't go back there no more. You come here every day, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. I need you here, bro. I need you.
Do, do you respect a dude who's dirty Max?
Do I respect the dude that Dirty Max?
Yeah.
Um, to be honest, I wouldn't care.
No, I understand, but it's either yes or no. Do you respect him or you don't respect him?
I respect every man as a man. That's how I look at that.
So
That's a
no
yes.
matter what, so no matter
Yes.
what their actions are in the community, that's irrelevant. Just because they're a man, you'll respect them.
Yeah, and I heard Roger say this earlier when he was talking about doing that. It kind of like, I guess, affects the community or whatever. To me, that's a kind of a feminine way to look at it. Like, oh, a man
Do
shouldn't be talking to my woman
you
because it's gonna make our community look a certain way. Like, what the
do
hell?
you know what feminine? You know what feminine means? I don't. You keep saying that. I don't know if you know what it means. Maybe you should look it up.
So
To me,
Santana,
it's strictly how a female thinks.
Female
So
don't think
I
like
just
that.
wanted
They
to.
don't.
You
Have you
want to
ever
see the
heard
reset?
females talking about improving the community?
Listen, I have heard females talk like that because they be like, you trying to mess with this man, knowing he got a woman, and they be trying to shame the other woman. They get other women to try to shame that
Right,
woman
right.
for
But
messing
that's
with
not
they.
improving the community.
That's female rhetoric to me.
No, but that's not improving the community. Have you ever heard a group of women sitting down talking about improving the community through practices? Ever?
Nah.
That's why that sounds feminine to you because you think men shouldn't do it.
So I just want to say this.
Okay. So now again, I kind of figured it was because Roger
Well, hold
kept
on.
making this point.
Before you say it,
It was
Santana.
I'm
Before you say
sorry.
it, no. Before you say it, I got to read this from Black Rose Strikes. He says, "The more black men disrespect each other, the less black women have to respect any of you. They will just play you against each other, creating destruction in family, community, and society." Shout out to you, Black Rose. Appreciate that, brother. Appreciate that.
I
I
Somebody
respect
want
might
that.
learn something.
I want to say something about that, and shout out to Santana. It's been a while. Kind of interesting. You come back when we talk about niggas taste under his dick, but anyway, welcome back. Um, um, yeah, I mean,
Dig
when we talk about when we talk about feminine rhetoric, I mean that's so dangerous. Like, since when a human being can't talk about a certain topic? That is fucking ridiculous. Oh, I can't talk about this topic because it's fem. No, it's not. Whether women talk about it, whether men talk about it, you have the right to express your opinion. It's called the 14th fucking Amendment. And black men get so tied up in these slogan women backed tropes of what a nigga should be. You know who says, "Oh, that sounds feminine"? A woman said that shit. Last time I checked, a man is allowed to talk about whatever you want to talk about, right? Look. If LeBron James can wear pink fucking dresses and people can leave him alone, then goddamn it, we can talk about Dirty Mac. And you need to stop policing brothers' language and speech because this is how progress is done. So either you're gonna get on the train and let us progress, or you're gonna be a coon. Not talking to anybody in particular, but either you're gonna be a coon and stop black progress. And I just wanted to say that because the policing of black men absolutely has to stop when it comes to what we can and cannot talk about. Right? If Bronx want to get on here and digital cross dress and talk about it, god damn it, it's his.
Well, I am gonna say none of this bothers me because I do have an understanding that when you talk about things from an American context, when black men do anything that looks like leadership, people don't usually take it well. It's a lot of people who are not gonna take it well. That's why it don't bother me at all. I don't even care. You know what I'm saying? I'm a content creator. I've been established. I've been saying stuff for a long period of time. So, somebody said, "Oh, that sounds feminine." Okay, but now if I start asking these guys about manhood, I don't think they can explain it to me without a woman being involved. And I'm just keeping it real.
Roger. I just want to say this thing, and because I get tired of us black men doing this, and I don't know, it's starting to get a little bit too much for me. But a rapper once said, "She don't want to be saved, don't save her. If that girl is a hoe, let that girl be a hoe. It don't matter what that meant." Look here. It's not gonna take the next man to bash you to get the coochie, but again, she probably been trying to give it away any goddamn way. So let her.
And you know what, Santana? And I'm not saying this just about you. It's a lot of men that have a hard time accepting this conversation ain't even about women. This conversation is literally about what men are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're picking those women and we're trying to save them from being themselves.
Now, the point of me talking about dirty macking and monkey branching, because that's where you're talking about saving some woman. Just like I use the example, people that be at work, they sit around talking. A woman's complaining about her situation. And guess what you do to try to save her? You say, well, come on, you can come live with me. That's the nigga trying to save her. Which, number one, why you even care about her struggles with her man? I don't even know why you care about that. Number two, if you want her to respect you, why wouldn't you let her break up with her man before you even show interest in her in the first place?
Mm-hmm.
She's literally doing it on purpose. Women ain't stupid. I'm gonna tell this guy all my problems so his goofy behind will make an offer to me. And I'm going to take advantage of this goofy for as long as I need to until I get a better goofy.
And let me ask you a question, Roger.
Hold on. In this whole scenario, this ain't got nothing to do with me saying something feminine. I'm not even saying nothing about no man gonna ever stop trying to dirty mac it. No, this is about if we want a better society, why are we trying to put it in a position where it's not gonna be better for us? If you want better, you're supposed to do stuff to make it better. But if you want worse, you do stuff to make it worse. So for me to endorse dirty macking, now I know it's gonna happen anyway, but for me to endorse it, I am promoting make my community worse, but I say I want a better result. Those two things do not go together at all.
I just don't see how one man dirty macking another man is making the community look worse. I don't see that.
I don't have to put a man down to get his woman. Why am I making it okay in a woman's mind that I can disrespect another man that I don't even know? Why am I doing that? Because I don't need to say all that stuff about him to get his girl. So why am I doing
okay, hold on, wait. You making two different points. It's either you making the man look wrong in her eyes, or you making the community look bad. Which one? Is it both?
I'm not doing two different things. If I'm talking to one particular woman so I can smash his girl, why I need to bring him up to do it? What's the point in bringing him up? I'm finna smash his girl. What I need him for?
At this point, whatever it takes to get the coochie again, if it takes, man, look here. And I done been on the receiving end to a nigga hitting my girl. I ain't gonna lie, and it was what I just chalked it up to the game. I didn't really, look at it the way oh, he making another black man look bad or making the community look bad. Like, man, it is what
Well,
it
hold on.
is.
I
I
don't
gotta,
believe.
I gotta look at myself and be like, I gotta choose a certain woman that ain't gonna fall victim to that BS.
Well, hold on. When that happened to you, did that dude dirty mac you, or did he just take your chick?
Man, he went further than that. He shit. Man, I don't want to say the other shit he did,
God
but
damn.
I, hey, when I'm telling, he went above and beyond, and I looked at, to be honest, I looked at it for what it is, and I chalked it up to the game,
No,
cause I know,
I get you, but there's a difference between taking somebody's chick and dirty macking to take somebody's chick. So that's why I was trying to clarify: did he dirty mac to take her, or
that
did he
nigga
just
went
take her?
that nigga went so far as to say that's both our girl on photo. I didn't even know this guy.
Yeah, but you're not answering the question he's asking. The thing,
But that
the
was a
thing
crazy
is,
response. No, Santana, don't share that, man.
what he's
It's
asking
both
you
eyes,
is,
man.
I,
did he put you
It's both
down
I
eyes.
in
agree.
order to get
I
your
agree with
girl?
that comment.
I can't.
I agree with
You
You
that
know
will,
what?
comment.
Man,
I
yes.
can't.
Reese
You
said
know
you ain't
what,
shit,
Roger? I
dog.
can't really say that
You
he
ain't
he
shit, Reese.
said anything about me to put me down to her. But I know she didn't spoke to him about me because he didn't call me. He knew my name. We knew the
So
same
he's being
people.
respectful, though, Santana. He's being respectful. Yeah,
I
that's
guess you
different.
could say that.
He's being
I don't
respectful.
know.
He actually helped you.
Santana was up there.
Man, look
Santana
here.
was up
Hey,
there like the same
hey,
girl,
look. Oh
the
shit. I
same
almost said what
girl.
I didn't want to
I took
say.
the love of my life and my
Hey,
potential wife
I,
all
be
I'm gonna
the
say is
same
Dirty
girl.
Mackin is a part of the game, and
I don't
we
think
gotta
that's
take
I,
it for
dirty
what it
I,
love,
is.
Santana. Sound like you
I
had a good
told you this
relationship with
was
the
Bronx
dude.
little brother, man. I told you this was
Man,
Bronx
Reese said
little
you ain't
brother.
shit, dog. Hey, let me know next time you driving through St. Louis so I can
Nah,
see you. I
cause
stab
if
you in
we
them
just looking
rusty
at
ass
like
kneecaps,
women
nigga.
support, we shouldn't disrespect or down talk another man to get the like. Man, look here, it don't matter. That's irrelevant.
Well, that's why I asked you earlier if you would respect the dude. So this ain't about the chick at all. It's about the man himself. Is he a respectable man? And from what you said, it don't matter if a man is respectable. You're gonna respect them either
Okay,
way because they're a
let me
man.
ask you. Well, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you respect men based off if they did that or not, or is it other things that you respect men off of?
Well, no, if they dirty macking, I can't respect them. That's a
So
violation.
you telling me you are not gonna respect the man simply because he dirty Mac another. He could have been did
Yeah.
all okay. All right. That's all
I
I guess that's
mean,
all it takes to get your to not get your respect. So
why
I
would
mean,
how can you respect somebody who's disrespectful but they did other good things? That's how women talk.
I'm not
I'm
gonna
not
lie to
all
you.
bad. She's not all bad. She can't be all bad, even though she's doing horrible things. She's not a bad person. She
To
just
me,
made
to me down
mistakes.
to me down talking another man to get some coochie ain't the like the ultimate disrespectful thing you
So
can do to the
Santana,
next
Santana,
man.
It's not ultimate. It has
Santana.
nothing to do with ultimate. So it's disrespectful two ways, right? It's
So Tanner,
disrespectful to that man, and then it's disrespectful to yourself.
let me ask you something real
I
quick.
disagree.
Let me ask you something. Would you be cool with a person who's two faced? Like if they're two faced person, right? Talk shit behind your back.
Nah, I can't
Just
know. Nah, hell no.
well, that's what dirty macking is. A nigga being two faced, talking shit behind you and stuff like that. Why would you trust a man like that? Why would you respect?
I never said nothing about trusting them. I said it's a
Why
part
would
of the
you
game.
respect?
You got to chalk that shit up to the
Why
game.
would my question still stands? Why would you trust a two faced person?
I never said trust or
Oh,
respect.
respect, respect. Why would you respect a two
I never,
faced?
I would respect that man as a man. That's it.
But you so
I wouldn't.
you're telling me that a person that is two faced, a backstabber, a gossip,
How could he backstab me? He don't know me
fine, a gossip and two faced. How can you respect a person that moves like that?
because I know that's just a part of the game. When you got a woman and you know, and to be honest, I want my woman to be tested because that's to me that's how. Again, that's the only way if you can tell your girl real or not. You got to use those situations and test her loyalty to see if you know what I'm saying if she really down for you or not. I don't know. Again, y'all talking about this ain't about that woman. It's about the other man. Now bullshit. This about the loyalty and the trust I put in this woman.
The
Now, if it takes
a
another man to
woman,
test that
no,
loyalty,
no,
then
no.
shit, go ahead.
a woman doesn't have to be loyal
My
to
bad.
you
I
whether
can't even
she
hear
got
y'all.
dirty
Damn.
mac or not. There's nothing in the United States of America. There's literally nothing forcing women to respect you or be loyal to you. It is simply a choice that they're gonna make. Period. Now the whole thing is, why do you need to bring up another man so you can get some draws? I ain't never lived in that. Well, I'm gonna say they did catch me early. Well, you know what I'm saying? I was very young when people told me you never talk down on the other man if you want the woman. So they did bring this to me very young. So I just ain't never did it. I don't need to bring you up to get your girl. Your girl is going already. What I need to bring you up for? The fact that she going is the issue amongst y'all two. I don't need to bring you up and disrespect you because your girl is already going. She was going when I met her. I'm just the guy that happened. She happened to go with. That's all. If it wasn't me, it'd have been somebody else. She was going, period. I didn't achieve anything by getting some hoe to have sex. And I think it's hard because we don't look at it as the reality as it is. You didn't do anything by getting a hoe to have sex with you. And only a hoe gonna cheat on her man. No woman's gonna cheat on her man. But I got a new guest up, so I'm gonna let him get the mic. We got young TYB in the building. So I'm gonna let you rock. Go ahead, my brother.
Hey, what's up, fellas? How y'all doing today?
Doing good, brother. Doing good.
Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope your vacation was good too, Roger. I'm
It
glad to
wasn't
see
no
you back.
vacation, brother. It was work
Glad,
the whole time. All kinds of stuff was going on. But hey, we
glad,
made it through. We made it
glad,
through.
glad to see you back and you fresh from vacation and you got to deal with Santana, black ass. Ain't that some shit?
I'm talking about
God,
first show out the
God,
gate.
diggity, boy. Can a nigga come back clean? I guess not. Um, Santana, I understand where Santana coming from as a youngin, but Black Uber says something that's real prevalent in this conversation. Black women always going to disrespect us if we disrespecting ourselves, and just not dirty macking is respecting your brothers, is respecting the average, is just respecting black men. Period. It's plenty enough booty to go around. You know what I mean? You don't got to be trying to dirty mac on another man's chick, and it shows that you have no dignity and self respect also. And if
Mm-hmm.
and if you're dirty Mac into her, she already see she got you. Like you already put yourself in checkmate. You know what I'm saying? And then once she throw that thing on you, you win. No, you already put yourself in check. And once she throw that thing, that wet gushy on you, you checkmate it. You know what I mean? So that's just something that you should take and ponder on it. And think about it. But the guys are right. They really what they're saying is right. They're not always right. Black, especially Black Reset. He ain't, but he right today. I gotta say he right today.
Look,
I don't want to dirty Mac on his information, but he right. Listen to him. He's saying some real stuff, and
yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
And I'm gonna say this to you again, Santana. Because I don't know how much if you caught the beginning of the show, bro. Once you dirty Mac to get the chick, and she started talking to another dude while she with you, and if she's bold enough to look you dead in your eye when you tripping and she talking to another dude, all she got to say is, "Nigga, I did the same thing with you." That's checkmate right there. How you gonna tell a woman to not talk to another man while she dealing with you, and you was literally talking to her while she was dealing with another man? Nigga, I did the same thing with you. How you gonna tell me not to do it? She don't have to ask whether you agree with that behavior. You've already proven you agree with that behavior. So you gonna get mad at her for doing something you agree with? That sounds kind of crazy if you ask me.
Yeah, but I mean that's the point, right? Like how you start a situation is how you end it, right? Dr. Dre, Jennifer Lopez. How you start a situation is how you end that situation. And at the end of the day, this is really not even about the woman. This is just about having a code of conduct, having social norms, saying that you know what, this action is no longer socially acceptable. This action is taboo, right? And now everybody throwing their hands up in the arms because somehow it's fair game. women share men, not men share women. That I mean, no other community around the world will be like, yeah, this is okay to share women, and yeah, I want my woman to be tested like this. No, some niggas got their women where all you can see is her eyes, right? All you can see is her eyes, and that's it. That's how they rolling over there, and
Whole still cheese.
and all we asking over here is that no dirty Macking. Over there, nigga, you can't. All you can see is her eyes, and we up in arms.
And let's keep it real. That's still not a cheat free zone either.
Right.
It's still women getting caught cheating over there.
Exactly, but I mean, I'm just saying, like, if you can only see her eyes, imagine how they gonna trip if you say hello to her. Imagine how they gonna trip.
So y'all forgetting one key fact. The black woman is God, and how you gonna tell God what to do? So y'all ain't even handling this correctly.
Yeah,
Y'all
that's
ain't
true.
even going at this correctly, sir. Y'all don't even understand where this man is coming from.
No, we understand. I said at the very beginning of the show, niggas believe that she God, and they gonna express. You know, it is what it is. She is God, so she can't do no wrong. And at the end of the day, we believe that we just supposed to be there to service her because we nobody. You know, a woman listening to us is crazy. A woman respecting us is crazy. You know, now, you know, you talk about it's part of the game. They did research and found that women get hit on over 1,000 times per year, and it's a few hundred. I just don't remember what the exact number is. I think it was in the 1300s though. Women get hit on about 1,300 times a year. She already tested, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what you need to bring me up to get her to do something? If she gonna do it, she gonna do it. You know, at the end of the day, you trying to have sex off my name?
Well, first off, Roger, she actually got to get hit on by a guy she actually likes, and
No,
you
no, she
know,
don't. No, she
then
don't.
that's the real test. Her
No, she
getting
don't.
hit on
I done
by.
hit women that
I'm
didn't like.
sorry.
I done hit women that didn't like me, bro. You ain't got to get hit on by no guy she like. All you got to be is a guy willing enough to talk to her and put enough time with her, and a lot of times she gonna go. She do not got to like you.
That's cap. That's cap. Ain't no woman letting you hit if she don't like you in some way. I don't believe that.
Women
Bro,
use sex for all kinds of reasons.
bro, okay, explain to me this then. Why do they get online and say you gotta have six figures, 6 feet tall, all this and that, but then their baby daddy don't got none of that shit? Explain that to me
Hey,
then.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't hit nobody. I'm gonna have to log off and log back on.
We don't hear him neither.
All right, well, do what you got to do.
But I'm just saying, right? If that's true, then why the baby daddy looks nothing like their requirements?
Well, you know,
Say,
some
Reese,
people just,
say
you
you
know,
ain't
some
shit,
people
man.
ain't gonna believe fat meat greasy. You know, that's a real thing. You know, some people just ain't gonna believe fat meat greasy. But I'd rather he be able to
Reese said,
answer the question we can say he hear it. Because right now he can say, I never heard that question. You know what I'm
He heard it.
saying?
That nigga heard it. That nigga heard
I'm
Reese
it.
said
sure
the
he
fame tell
did.
you that already, man. You ain't shit, dog.
Hey,
You ain't shit, man.
What I do? I'm just saying. I'm just saying, right? If women are as steadfast as he claimed to be, why the daddy don't meet any of the standards that she be online about? That's all I'm saying,
Hey,
bro.
Reese said, next time you driving through St. Louis, bro, I'm gonna take you to get a St. Paul, and then I'm gonna stab you in your shin, bro.
All right. He,
What's up?
he done came back, so I'm gonna let you ask the
Santana,
question again. But real quick,
Santana.
Santana, did you reset your phone? You know,
All right.
you should reset your phone, not just go out and come right back in. You know.
Just so y'all know,
Santana,
I've been stabbed in my shin. That is a horrible threat. I just want
Santana,
y'all to know
Santana, I have
it's
a
a
question.
whole lot worse than you think.
I have a question for
It
you.
don't sound good. I say that. It
I,
definitely don't
I
sound good.
Santana, I got two questions for you. My first question is, do you have children, bro?
No,
You don't have children.
no.
Okay, good. Excellent dick management. Great. Now, my second question is this. Why are women online saying they want a dude with 6 figures, 6 foot, and all this extra, but their baby daddy don't don't have none of that shit? If they only date women, if they only date men they like, why is that? Explain that to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to log back off. I'm gonna have to reset it because yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it's all good. Reset your phone. Come on back, brother. Reset your phone. Come on back. It's all good.
Yeah, and then repeat
Yeah,
it because he act like he don't hear you. He
yeah.
act like he don't hear you.
Reset your phone. Come on back. No, let that man. We gonna let him reset his phone, and he'll come back, and we'll go from there.
We can do this
We will
all
go
day.
from there.
Do this all day.
You know, because I don't think it's fair for a man to be messed with about a question that he didn't quote unquote hear. I don't think that's fair. So let him hear it.
Bro, that he heard that shit. He heard that shit.
Hey, bro. I done did this a long time. I done heard. I get it.
Hey,
I know what's
he
happening.
going to go ask his girlfriend to help with come up with an answer. Hey, baby, help me answer this question.
Hey, let that man get his help. Let him
Yo,
get his
Brock,
help.
I said the same
If
thing.
he
He going
come
to get
back,
help.
if
He going to get
if he
help.
comes back, the question gonna get wrong. Because I've repeated it twice politely. Now his third time is wrong. Shit,
Man,
cause
I knew when you asked the question, the man didn't have an answer. I knew that then. So, you know what I'm saying? Do I expect him to make it back and give an actual answer to that? No, I expect a deviation of some kind, or I'm going to try to take the conversation in a different direction, something like that. I don't expect him to truly answer that question. It is what
so
it is, you know?
we
Yeah.
can just move on. Because at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, like I said, again, it's not about women, like you said, 100% agree. It's just about having a code of conduct, having, having social norms. We need that.
Yeah. And
Yeah, but
I'm gonna say shout out to all the women who at least smart enough to say, Raj ain't playing that. Go get a dude to say it. Okay. Shout out to the women who like, okay, well, Raj is talking about something men should do. We think he wrong, but we ain't gonna go up there and say it. We gonna get a man to say it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the women. I ain't saying they behind old boy. I'm just saying shout out to the women who get it. You ain't finna just come in and tell men how they supposed to move as men. Okay? Shout out to y'all. You know, if y'all catch what I'm doing, you catch it. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. You
but,
know?
yeah, but Roger, I was saying earlier. I don't know if you see my comment. Most like 80% of male R&B songs is dirty macking.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So it's
What
like ingrained in our psyche, Dirty Mac. So I can understand where Santana's coming from. That's all he slow danced to his whole life was Dirty Macking songs.
You
no,
said
you
that's
know
all
what?
he slow danced to.
No, I do. I mean, I want to say there is a point there because now, if we want to keep it real, R&B mainly. I'm not saying it's all it was, but R&B mainly was to write a song that a woman wants to hear, so the man would buy the record. Let's keep that real. Write a song that a woman wants to hear, so a man would buy the record.
Oh,
That was the functioning way to say R&B.
okay, Santana, can you hear me now?
Before you
Yeah.
go, shout out to Black Rule Strikes. He said, no disrespect to Santana, but I'm an old man, and I do not hear the kind of promotion of Negro cuckoldry until the crack babies grew up. Okay, he's saying this new thought process is coming out the crack baby era.
So, okay, so my question to you, good sir, is if it's so true that women don't date men that they don't like, why is it that the baby daddy meets none of the requirements that they be on TikTok talking about they want? 6 figures, 6 feet, whatever, whatever. Then you meet the baby daddy, he ain't got none of that shit.
Wait. I never said that. I
No,
don't.
no, nobody said you did. I'm asking you a question. I didn't say you said it. I'm asking you a question.
You asking me why are women saying these things?
It's
No,
women out here saying stuff
you
like,
did.
"We want a man with 6 figures. He got a 6 pack. He got a 6 inch dick. You know, he got a six bedroom
Okay,
house.
I'm
All that
saying so
type
you
of stuff."
Okay,
And you
so
no,
yeah,
no.
This
The
is my
thing
point.
is,
This is my point.
earlier you said women have sex with the men they like. That's what you
Right.
said. And he's
Right.
and
showing you examples
what
of
I said, no,
no,
what I
no.
said
He's
was
just simply bringing up an example of what women saying they want, and he's asking them how come they baby daddy don't match what they say they want.
okay, Roger. What I said was that you said that you have sex with women that I guess you say that they don't like you, and
No, no.
I said that's cap. I said ain't no woman having sex with no nigga than with a guy that she don't like in some way.
Okay, and I said women use sex for all types of things, not just for men they
And
like.
right, that's what I'm saying. She gotta like you in
Now
some
he's
way,
asking,
so it can
well,
be any one of them.
no. Now he's asking how come there's a bunch of women complaining that they want certain things from men that they baby daddies don't have. Because if it was about what she liked, their baby daddies clearly ain't got it. So what? How do you explain
Well,
that?
And she
a lot of
clearly had sex with them because they
uh,
have a
well,
baby.
I mean, as far as from what I heard them say, is that a lot of them kids they had when they was young and they didn't know themselves. So I guess now they older, they know themselves.
All right, we can just move on. We can just move on.
That's no, I'm saying that's out their mouth. I don't.
We can just move on. We can just move
I'm
on.
saying I don't know. I can't. I don't know.
We can just.
Hell nah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say good try, brother. That was a good try.
No, I'm saying, what do you want me to say? I'm telling you what they said. I
Hey
can't
man,
tell you why they
you,
say they
you
want this type of
you
man.
you the one told me that women having sex with only the men they like, basically what you claiming, and
Right, right. I'm saying they gotta like you in some
I,
way to
I,
give you the coochie.
brother, I agree with you in a certain context. This just was not the wrong context because I have asked women, do women have sex with men they like, and they said yes. So I definitely get what you're saying. I get where you're coming from. I just don't think you understand that women also use sex as a weapon, and women
Right, right,
also use sex as a way to receive items. Women
Right.
also use sex as a way to get things bought for them. Women also
right,
use sex as a way to get reservations made. Women
right.
So,
also use sex as a way to get a trip. Women also use sex
so
as a
I
way
have
to
a
get
question.
back and forth to work.
Yeah, so
I have one more question for this
I
gentleman
got
here.
after hot sauce.
All right. So do you know who Kamala Harris is?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So you telling me Kamala Harris liked what's that nigga's name?
Willie Long.
Willie. You tell me she liked him?
Well, the reason she liked him is in the name.
No, no. I'm just saying. Like, oh, did she like Mr. Santana?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
All right.
It's probably she probably liked him in some way to be with him, I
No, she
guess.
didn't. Willie Brown, right? Willie Brown. She did not. She slept with Willie Brown for an advancement in her career.
Okay, okay, that's what she liked him for then.
No,
Oh,
she did not like him. Bro,
She needed
sleeping
him
with
and she
somebody
had
for a
sex with him.
career means that it was quid pro quo, meaning that's actually the literally opposite. Quid pro quo means I'm doing this to get something from you because I don't like you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
yeah,
I understand.
And then you gotta remember too, you got strippers, you got prostitutes. They don't like every nigga they gotta have sex with, but they doing it.
yeah.
So
Eh,
so what
eh,
they
eh. Well, I ain't want to cut you off,
Touche.
Shark. I ain't want to cut you off. Go ahead.
no, so
Touche.
what they trying to say is it's exceptions to the rules when it comes to females.
Right.
If you got something to offer and she don't like you, she gonna smash you. And if she like you, you definitely gonna get it.
Now,
Hmm.
and who it was? Is it Joy Taylor who got caught up in the sex scandal,
Yeah.
smashing that goofy looking white dude because he had a certain position?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and Fox,
Yeah,
yeah.
dude, I mean, no disrespect to dude, but he just looked like a straight goofball as far as I know. I'm not saying he is a goofball. The
Mhm.
picture I saw of him definitely looks like a goofball's picture, though. But I mean, he got a high position, so he's been able to make some work, right?
But Roger,
I
hold on
don't
to go
think Joy
back.
like him.
Roger, to go back to the topic, because I heard somebody say this. They saying that they wouldn't want their woman to be tested, and I'm trying to
No,
understand, like,
no,
why wouldn't
no,
you want your
no.
woman loyalty to be
Nobody said
tested?
that. Nobody said that, bro. We said we shouldn't be out here dirty macking on women. We said we shouldn't be out here allowing women to monkey branch from one man to us. We ain't said nothing about what people gonna do because it's always gonna be a rogue man that ain't listening to no rules, gonna try to do stuff on his own. They're gonna always exist. So we
How
ain't said
often?
nothing like that.
How often do you think um me dirty macking turns into monkey branch? How often do you think that happens?
What
A lot.
that can happen quite often, brother, because you dirty Mac a man because you want to get in the draws, and then you want to keep the woman once you got the draws, and a lot of y'all will take
That
another man's woman.
maybe it's two different times, or
Nah, that
because
They,
happens.
they,
No,
no,
that
I'm saying
happens every day.
in my generation, ain't no man finna trust you after you left your man and you was
You,
messing with him. He not
but
doing
that's
that.
monkey
Not my
branching.
generation.
Brock, you a
Monkey
damn
branching
lie.
when she leaves one man for another man. So, like for
Right,
example, Tim Duncan, right? His wife ended up leaving him for one of his teammates. LeBron James' mom, right, got nice with a couple players in the locker room.
right.
Russell Wilson, right, Sierra's husband, right, his white wife banged one of his teammates, right? And these are multi-millionaires, right? Dr. Dre, Dirty Mackin, Ben
Hmm.
Affleck, Dirty Mackin, right? So,
tell you the
bro,
truth, I,
everywhere.
I barely hear about a woman who's actually single for any period of time before she ends up with another man.
I'm not
Even
gonna
I,
lie.
I barely hear that.
even
I,
even
I,
even Jeff Bezos, right? The woman she's with now, she was dating a dude from Fox and Jeff Bezos, Dirty Mackin, right? And they were friends, and he took his homeboy girl.
His
we're bringing up a
homeboy,
we're bringing up a lot of we're bringing up a lot of famous
God,
people. We're bringing up a lot of famous people. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that monkey branching happens as much as we saying it
nah,
does. Cause
bro, I barely know a woman who has been single for any real period of time that keep a man. There's a bunch of single women that just can't really get no man to commit to them. But there's other women who got men, and I barely remember any of them being single. They go from one dude to the next. They try to get their situation straight. They use a second dude to help fix that situation. Then they go over there and be with him for a while. And then when she got another problem she don't think he can handle, she mess with a different dude who can quote unquote solve that problem. Because the new guy is always perfect in her eyes because she don't know his flaws. So
Roger,
I
and
see
even
women doing that all the time. Women barely ever single if they can keep a man.
and
Well,
shit,
they said
you
most
should
women.
me. All of them out here saying they single. Shit, you should me.
Nah,
How they monkey
nah,
branching?
I said the ones that can keep a man. It's a
Okay,
lot of
all
single
right. So
women that can't.
hold on. So we're talking about a small percentage of women that can keep a man.
There's a difference between women who ain't hardly ever got a man versus
No,
women women
I
who have
understand
a
what you're
man.
saying. I understand what you're Roger. It happens sometimes, but that's a small percentage of women that can
I'm
actually
pretty
do
sure.
that.
Nah,
I'm pretty sure
Santana, they did a study.
your girl, monkey branch, dude. You just don't know about it. Because women,
No, I'm
when
not
women,
saying, bro. I'm not saying that they don't, but I'm saying they don't happen as much
it's
as we're saying. If majority of women are
probably
single, okay. Oh,
Nah,
I'm sorry.
Santana, they did a study
70%
showing
of
how
women,
most
there's
women break
surveys
up.
out here
Yeah,
that
there you go.
70% of women say
Oh
that they have
yes,
right now.
yes.
70% of women in relationships says
Th-
they have these
Actually, no,
right
that's
now.
not true. It wasn't 70%. It was actually 50%. It was. I don't.
I don't know what topic when you talk about. The one I'm talking about is
That
70%
have a backup plan after
have a
the
back
relation. I seen that stat.
That's a
right.
monkey branch.
That's monkey
Yes,
branch.
it is. But again, that's a small percentage of women because a
50%.
majority of
It's
women are
not.
not in relationships.
To
Going by
seventy
you,
percent of women, it's
50%
not small.
is a lot.
To
No,
50,
listen what I'm saying. That's saying 50% of women in relationships. But if majority of women are not in relationships, that's a small percentage of women we're talking
Well,
about.
if they fuck, they still fuck, they still having sex, so
I'm not
they
saying they
monkey
not
branch.
having sex.
Yeah,
I'm
they
not
monkey
saying
branch
that.
that.
No,
All
I'm
right,
not. Okay.
real quick. Shout out to Black Uber Strike. He said one of the big reasons why there are so few black marriages is because Negroes stay going after each other women.
that's true.
Facts.
Facts.
But at the same time, you got to look at the woman you're dealing with because if she falling victim to that next man, he just did you a favor
No,
because
no,
that was
no,
bound to
no,
happen.
nobody is saying. The issue is you so focused on the women and you can't seem to focus on the man because the man is in a leadership position. As a man and as a leader, why would I put you down to have sex with your girl?
But Roger, ain't that what that comment just said? It just put it on black men, the fact that we're not single because we go after other men's women. If that's the case, that means that
That
am I
means
confused?
that means we shouldn't do it, even though you're basically saying we
That
should.
means that man is doing you a favor.
No,
No,
bro,
no,
bro. Am I doing you a favor by disrespecting you so I can sleep with your girl?
Nah, that's not what that's not what I'm
No,
talking about,
I'm
Roger.
just asking you a
no. But
very
it
real
is what you're
question,
talking
bro.
about.
Because
But
that's what you agree
it
with.
if you get my girl in the long run
No,
with
no,
that
no,
type of
no,
word,
no, no.
yes, I'm gonna shake your hand, brother. Thank you. Me personally,
I could have just got it without mentioning you. What
either
about
way,
that?
it don't matter. Whatever it took for you to get it, I'm gonna shake your hand because you did me a favor. I'm not gonna look at the fact that, oh man, you said this
No, no,
about
no,
me to get it. I don't care about that.
brother. Do you really believe it's okay for you to go to another woman and start disrespecting her man who's never met you, never done anything to you, so you can have sex with his girl? You think that's good for men to do?
What I'm saying is that if that
No, no, no.
doors that
I'm asking you a question,
is
bro. Do you
you
do
saying
you
is
think
that good
is
for
it good
men?
for men to go around to another man's woman and disrespect you? You think that's good for men to do from a regular
Yes,
general basis? You
yes,
think it's
yeah,
good for
yeah,
men
I
to go out
do.
and disrespect other men?
Yes, I do. I'm looking at the end goal of it. You're just looking
The,
at the end of the moment where,
the
oh,
no
you
the
just
the
said
end,
this about me.
the end goal is respecting men. When you're telling me you don't think men should be respected,
No, the end goal is I just showed you your woman is gettable
bro,
simply off
bro,
of me talking
bro,
down on you.
bro. Your motivation, like you just said, is a woman. I said my motivation is a man. I don't have no reason to go out and just disrespect random men. You're saying I'm justifying disrespecting random women because of a. I mean, you're saying you're cool with disrespecting random men because of a woman. A woman is your focal point. That's what I said. The people who do this, they believe the black woman is God. She is the most important thing. And guess what? In order to please her, if I must disrespect another man who's never met me, never did anything to me, never hit me, never stole from me, never did anything, then that's what I'm gonna do because it pleases her.
I'm
Because
telling you.
she is God.
I'm telling you, after that happened where she messes with that other guy for disrespecting you and you find out, the last thing you're gonna be mad about is
Right.
what that man said
No,
about you.
no, nobody, none of
So
that
that
matters,
means that's
bro. None of
no,
that
I
matters.
understand it though. That's what I'm saying. It's irrelevant.
The only thing that's relevant to you is disrespecting a man. That's what
Don't
your focal point is. Your
the only
focal
thing
point
I'm
is
looking at is the
disrespect a
respect.
man.
I'm
Bro,
sorry.
you're not
If
getting
you
what I'm saying. Your whole thing is you want a reason to disrespect a man. And because
No.
a woman is there, you think that's a good enough reason to disrespect another man.
Yeah, I'm not. Again, I understand how you can view it that way, but I'm looking at the end goal of it. Because
no, but
at the
we
same
understand the end goal that you're talking about. But let me ask you this
right.
question: would you look at your homeboy for if your homeboy dirty mac your other homeboy? Would you look at that one homeboy who did the dirty macking as an honorable person?
It depends on how he came back with that information. Like, hey man, we just I did this with your girl or whatever. She a hoe. Boom. I'm looking at him like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna look at what he said to get that. That's irrelevant. It's the fact that he got it and he came back with that information. Now, if he just down talk my homie and just it left it for what it is, I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna look at that a little weird.
So as long as he come back and tell you that he was talking dirty about you to hit your
To be
girl,
hon- to be honest, I thought that's how well, at least again, maybe my generation moved because some of us did probably shoot at our homie girl in a way. And if she fell victim, yeah, we did come back and tell our homie, hey, yeah, your girl, she a hoe, bro. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't trust her, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So
So
uh,
let me get to the key
oh,
part
he answered
based
your
on
question.
him joining. Let me get to the key part. You think men should be respected in general?
to me, I think that is helping men.
No, no, no. I asked you, do you think men should be respected in general?
Respected. Yeah, I think every man should be respected as a man.
But you're literally arguing once you insert a woman, he should be able to disrespect the man. That's literally what you're doing. Just like I said
Again, if you
earlier.
look at it
No,
that
no,
way,
no.
okay.
Not about what I look at. I'm talking about what he is. Well, I want something what is. We're talking about the facts. Not somebody's feeling an actual fact. You said dirty macking is the thing to do. You do what you got to do so you can hit. Now
Right.
now you're claiming men should be respected. If you think a man should be respected, but you saying we dirty macking is okay, so as soon as you insert the woman, screw that dude.
Well, see
The woman
now
is the most important thing. Period. She's worth more than air. Because my moral code need to change because she's involved. That's what you saying, bro. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. You said men should be respected, but as long as we bring a woman into the picture, your morals should change.
Yeah, man. Like I think
So
in a
the
way,
black
men have
woman
to
is
show.
God to
I think
you
I think in a way, men definitely got to show other men respect. Sometimes,
until his woman
sometimes,
show up.
wait, sometimes the respect gotta be, hey, let me show you something. Or it sometimes got to be tough love though, in a way. Not to make a joke about it, but sometimes I got to be tough love. Black men
But
got to show each
but
other,
you
like,
you
yeah.
ain't you ain't argue tough love. You argue a random man that you don't know is fine to dirty mac. Period. You didn't come at this from no tough love angle. You said any random dude who got a woman, his woman can be dirty mac, and that's the way to do things. That's what you said when you first came up.
Hey, man, like I said, you got to chalk it up to the game. You got to chalk it up to the game.
So
But
when a woman's involved, you don't need to respect men. It's your position. Now I'm not telling you change
yeah,
your
I guess
position.
so. I mean, yeah,
You
I
just
ain't.
one dude. You
I
just one
guess I
dude.
guess maybe I'm not looking at dirty macking
No,
as disrespect as what y'all are saying,
no,
like
no,
on
no,
that
no,
kind
no,
of level.
no. The thing is, you don't care because a woman's involved. I'm not telling you to change your position, but we don't have to pretend your position ain't what it is. You claim men should be respected, but you also claim once a woman's involved, dirty macking should happen.
What I'm
So
saying,
based on those two things, you're saying your
con,
morals should change because a woman simply
con,
walked into the room.
context to it. I'm not saying to just walk up to a random woman, hey, yo man, a goofy, give me your number. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying is if your girl giving that next man that type of go like she trying to talk to him and they start talking to she, I got a man, and he be like, oh well, whatever with your man, whatever. He start dirty macking in that way. That's what I'm talking about. I don't look at that as disrespectful. To be
It
honest,
doesn't
your woman already disrespected you
it
by
doesn't
giving me
matter.
that goal.
It doesn't matter how
Okay.
the dirty macking start, and you
Right.
literally bringing up a woman to justify a man dirty macking. Just say it. A woman is your
Yeah.
justification.
I just told
So
you, man. I
so
think that's cool.
bro,
I think that's cool.
so your thing is your morals only count until the woman comes into the room.
Hey man, I
Now
guess
you
if you
got a
wanted
new
to
set
view
of
it that
morals.
way.
No,
Santana,
it,
what is
it
your
ain't about how I'm viewing. I'm talking about what it is.
I told you I
Santana,
told
what's
you the
your
ultimate
definition of
goal is
dirty
willing is
macking,
gonna say,
Santana?
and I said the ultimate goal is really to save you. But if you ain't looking at it that way, you just looking at what the next man's saying to get your girl,
No.
then you focus on the wrong
I'm
thing.
looking at your moral code. You
Oh,
said
okay.
men should be respected unless her woman is there, so you can dirty mac on her.
Man, look here. It is what it is. Chalk it up to the game.
I'm not talking anything up to the game. We're looking at your moral code. Your moral code is a
Uh,
man should be respected unless his woman come into the room.
yeah, y'all looking at that as too high up there. I don't put that as the same. Now, I'm not talking about hitting the nigga wife type shit.
No,
I
no,
don't really.
bro. You said dirty macking is fine. So you say
Yeah,
men should be respected. But if that nigga woman walk into the room and you start trying to get your rocks off, F any respect for him, it's dirty mac time. That's what you're saying. And now you want it to be something else. Like, bro, you got to be comfortable in who you are.
Yeah,
facts.
because
I'm not asking you to be somebody else.
Santana, even if that man's woman is a hoe, you should still have enough respect to leave his hoe alone.
Hey man, these hoes like what y'all said, like Chris Brown said, these hoes ain't loyal, man. I don't even put that like she can. I don't look at it like that, bro. I'm
Santana,
sorry, I don't look at it like
Santana.
that.
The thing is, you only respect men as long as his woman is not available. That's what you were saying.
I'm
And
gonna
the thing
respect
is,
you as a
no,
man,
no, no,
but if I
bro.
think your
No,
girl
no,
look
you
good
don't.
enough and she in the room with me and she giving me play, I'm gonna tell her ass whatever to get man. Look here, I'm
So
good job.
basically, your moral code is only as worth, and it's only has any worth until a woman walks into a room. Why you can't be
Okay,
okay
I
with just admitting
guess.
that about yourself?
Again, because you're looking at it,
No, no,
from
no,
again.
no.
That's
We're
why I
not
have to
talking
add
about.
context to it. I
We
have to
are
add
not.
context.
We're not talking about a viewpoint. You said men should be respected. I accepted
Right,
that. I
right,
I didn't even question it. I just
right.
accepted it. Then you also said it's okay to dirty mac a woman, which means the man is worthy of respect until his woman walks into the room.
And
And now
that is
you got
not
a problem.
and
Now
listen to
you
what
got a problem
listen,
talking about point of views all of
Roger.
a sudden.
No, Roger, because listen to what the context you're saying. You're talking about a man and woman can be in a room and I wait until he leave the room or something to
I
start
didn't even
dirty
say
mac him. That's
I
not
didn't
the
say I
situation
didn't
I'm
say
talking
no.
about.
I didn't say nothing about y'all being in the room at the same time. I asked you, should men be respected? You said yes. I didn't even question you. And then I brought up the fact that you said dirty macking is okay. And you stuck with, yeah, dirty macking is okay, which means men can be respected unless his woman walks in the room. That's the fact, bro. Because you're not going to dirty mac some man while respecting him at the same time. That's impossible.
Yeah, again, I'm speaking from the perspective where I don't know her man. That's what I'm
So as
talking
long as you
about.
don't know the
I'm
man,
not.
you shouldn't respect him. As long as you don't know the man, you shouldn't
Your
respect him,
perspective
right?
is that of a hoe nigga, bro. That is your perspective, bro. I had to say it. I'm sorry. That's his perspective. It's the perspective of a hoe
And you
nigga, bro. I
shouldn't
see
respect
plenty of
him.
Yeah,
these dudes out here.
I ain't gonna lie. If I don't know you, yeah, and I think your girl look good, I'm on
So and
that.
the
And
reality
he
is,
just said he just said I'm a self-proclaimed hoe nigga. So you already know
yeah.
what y'all gonna get with this
Now
man.
the thing is, the reality is, he's saying I should only respect a man I know. If I don't know him, I shouldn't respect him. That's what you're saying, because you're changing up stuff now. And all I'm trying to do is have you be comfortable in what you say you are. I ain't trying to convince you to be anything. Just be comfortable with who you say you are. And you just said it again. If the woman walk in the room and I want to get down, I'm getting down, which means you only respect men. Number one, you got to know the man first, and his woman got to be ugly enough that you wouldn't talk to her. That's the only way you respect men. Now,
You're a
why you not
dirty
cool with that?
man.
I don't know. Okay. But we are definitely past 3 hour mark, so we finna have to go off air. But usual business, I'm gonna say, did you come up to make any general statement about the show itself, or you just trying to get on the nigga behind? Because we can do that off off air.
I'm gonna do all two, but I'm gonna do it in pieces, right? One time I had a relationship, let's say, with a chick. I didn't know it was a chick I knew from high school, right? I always wanted to be with her, type of thing, right? Eventually we ended up hooking up necessarily. I was great or whatever, and I was like, cool. Figure out old girl had a dude, right? And the crazy shit is, dude came to my house. He was like, hey man, do you know in the so? And I was like, yeah. He was like, that's my girl. Crazy shit is, bro, I sat down there and really talked to that dude for about good 2.5 hours, bro. Found out that me and this dude had more in common. We ran in the same circles and everything else, right? And I was like, oh shit, this is a great dude. Like I said, that chick deprived me of a relationship with a good fellow brother that I could be possibly building with today because she was a hoe. Necessarily, and like me and Brooke could really never really have a decent relationship because of that shit that happened, right? So at the end of the day, man, I look at this shit as like the end of the day, bro. Not all men, because they have kids, are quote unquote men of honor or men of conviction, and you can see it right here that not most men are not men. Some men, I mean, that's not all men, but some men are not men of conviction or honor. And men like that, you know how you deal with them in the past. We buried you in a ditch like a bitch. I'm done.
Hey, that is how they dealt with him in the past. That's real talk, y'all. But y'all, it's been another great show. Check me out tomorrow if you happen to be new. We do this at 9 a.m. Chicago time, not where you happen to be at. 9 a.m. Chicago time. We give you the best show on social media, and that's Real Talk. I will see y'all next time around. Long live the habitual line steppers. I'm Roger. I'm right, and I'm out.